We back, motherfuckers! Yeah, they struck me for bullying. Umar got me struck. Smell my butt. Umar got me struck, y'all. He got me struck for bullying. He said I was being a bully. Come on in, I'm gonna wait till y'all get here and I'm gonna tell y'all what happened. And they got me struck for being a bully. We ain't gonna be long tonight. I gotta be up at 6. We just gonna go over what him was saying. This nigga talking about the Delaware people was trying to sabotage him, and I'm like, bro, are you really trying to blame that? That was some nut ass shit, bro. And the throat goat, I'm sorry I'm calling her that. I don't know her name, but shit, that's what you call yourself. She said it best. Don't no alpha male do this shit. What alpha male consistently blames everybody else for his fucking problems? Don't know alpha male takes responsibility. Where is it at? What was it, Baba TV? There we go. No, this is something different. Where is it at? I just saw this joint. I'm like, yo, you lucky I can't go live. Not realizing I was able to get back on my channel today. I tested the waters today and uploaded a video about Charleston White. And I found out I was able to go live. Where is it at? There it is. What was it on? Where is it at? What was it on? Did he put the link in the description? Where's the description at? Where the link at? No, that's no, I ain't put the link in the description, but this the video that I saw. So we just gonna listen off of Night and Day. But yeah, man, niggas clocked me for bullying, bro. They said I was bullying Umar. Fuck out of here. They said I was bullying Umar. My bad. I could. Yo, it happened today though. Me, Slap, and React finally got together, man. That shit was long overdue. Hey, Slap, if you watching, bro, you gotta come back, bro. We the 3 fucking horsemen, like you said. Like Slap said, he even gave us a name, the 3 horsemen. For real. You gotta come back, bro. That shit been long overdue. I know you be busy. And I know you see me busy doing my thing. I still had to make time for it, though. Once Slap getting up there. We got to do this. I couldn't turn it down. I'm in the middle of a football game, trying to play football and do that shit. That's why I kept going in and out. My phone kept going in and out, but I made the time. I had to. But back to what I was saying. He said y'all need a 4th to be the 4 horsemen. Like Ric Flair and them. Who Ric Flair them? That's the problem. We can't have the 4 horsemen because everybody gonna be one Ric Flair. Want to be Ric Flair. Who Ric Flair out of the 4 horsemen? That's the question. Who Ric Flair? Right now it's Slap. I ain't gonna lie, I gotta give it to Slap right now. Right now it's Slap. But He said my phone was going out. Them little kids was busting our ass. Them young boys was whooping our ass. I ain't even gonna hold you. I thought I still had it. No, I don't. I thought I could still run out there with them young little 15-year-olds. Mm-mm, mm-mm. Shut me out. I had audible. Shut me out. What Martin do when he was losing the basketball game? Follow my lead. Charlie horse. What Martin do when he couldn't beat the young bulls back? Charlie horse. I gotta get out. Yeah, sub me out. Yeah, get me out of here. Can't do it. Can't do it. Young bulls in there doing me dirty. I got to get out of here. You ain't gonna blame me for this loss. King Edo, what's up with you, buddy? What's up with you, good brother? Ain't seen you in a while. But yeah, man, I'm mad. I'm mad they like out of all channels that played that video, why my channel get struck? And what did I do that was bullying? Okay, I might have said a few things. But I gotta trade lightly from now on, so y'all know Remy ain't gonna be. But that nigga Dark, what the fuck is his name? Dark One? You nigga. I saw your video. You think we gonna let you get away with that? You really thought we was gonna let you get away with that? You better be careful there, little buddy. You better tread lightly. This ain't a threat. This is a promise. You better tread lightly. Because you come over here dick eating, glizzy gobbling, pause no diddy, all diddy on your behalf. Glizzy gobbling. Oh yeah, I got with my uncle this weekend. Let me finish what I was saying. I'm not letting it slide. I'm not letting you niggas slide no more. All you niggas that come in my chat, glizzy goblin, and then want to go to your channel and say something different, we're not letting it slide no more. No more. I'm taking, like Kiss said with Jada, I'm taking my dap back. You, me, I'm taking my dap back. We're not letting it slide no more. None of it. But I got with my uncle this weekend with the t-shirt maker. He down. Jaded, if you're in the chat, I need you to send me them joints ASAP. We making them t-shirts. I'm starting a store on my channel. I'm getting Tripsies to show me how to do it. We starting a t-shirt store on my channel. He got the t-shirt maker, so we don't gotta go buy it or nothing. He got it. We on that. He said you too young to be giving up to the youth. I was balling with the teenagers. I ain't say I was giving up. I'm saying I need to do some more cardio before I go out there with them young bulls again. That's all I'm saying. These niggas all play on the football team. I ain't been on the football field in 15 years, boy. You can't just jump back out there and think you can run with them young boys like that. I don't know. I sound probably hit the report button. Probably. I don't know how I'm bullying. That's what I was saying. How am I bullying? If I'm bullying, how the fuck is Leon still going? That's what I didn't get. And then I appealed it. They gave me a strike. He said, bow, nigga down. Right. But yeah, I ain't playing no more. But Umar went on, I think it was Baba TV. I think it might have been Baba TV. Let me check. I think it might have been Baba TV that he went on. And no accountability. But his girlfriend dropped the video today. And I don't know if I want to play it because that's the video that got me struck the last time. It was his girlfriend. But hold on, let me see something. Is it Baba TV? Live Baba TV, is that it? Hold on, let me see something. Oh no, that ain't it. That ain't it. That ain't it. But I'll just play off night and day. But his girl, yeah, that's what I'm saying, bro. I ain't been on no 15. I was in 10th grade. So I graduated in '08 and subscribed. I did 11th grade twice. I think when I got held back when I switched schools because it took me so long to get into the school. So bro, that's like I graduated damn near 20 years ago. So you subtract 3 or 4 years from that. That was the last time I was on the football field playing. That's a wild, bro. But I'm gonna play with his girl. His girl said first. Oh shit! His daughter said something too. All right, we're gonna go back to that. But I want to play what his chick said first because his chick said some interesting shit. The throat goat. And the more I see her videos, the more I think she alright. She alright for a older on the big side lady. I think she's pretty. Y'all can say well, y'all can have y'all. Everybody's entitled to their opinions, but I think she's kind of pretty for somebody her age and her size. I mean, she got some good lips to be the throat goat. That's all I'm saying. To be the throat goat, I can see why.
Interview with Umar Johnson. I'm gonna go through what I heard, but basically I'm gonna start with what I heard was he's throwing a tantrum. He decided to be a business owner. He decided to start this project and be one man and no help. So now he's dealing he's dealing with it. And the person that he went to do the interview, the guy Baba, just letting him talk. He ain't giving him no pushback, not asking the right questions.
Yeah.
So he's blaming them, Wilmington, because
I think, when y'all hear this interview, I don't know who this guy Baba is. I don't know if it's Baba TV. But what I'm going to say to you is I think you need to take the Baba off your name. Because you are not an elder. I don't know no elder that would have just let that man rant like that and not ask the questions that everybody's been asking. Where'd the money go? How you saying that they did this, that, and the third when we have receipts? Either that nigga didn't shadow us up, either that nigga didn't look at no receipts, or he just wanted content. Maybe that was the case, but you can't call yourself an elder no more. You can't call yourself Baba no more after that.
he dropped the ball. He didn't take no accountability in none of that. None. He never does. He lets things fizzle up till they get out of control. And now he's got to do what he's got to do versus what he wants to do. This is him. That's not alpha behavior. That's that's not alpha behavior. So the attorney is what commands the urgency. Get back with me. Answer my calls. Answer my emails. Not Umar. He thinks that this online popularity and magic extends offline. I told y'all that too. Okay.
And we see that with young Pharaoh. I said, look, she's saying the same shit we were saying about young Pharaoh. This nigga think that the online popularity extends outside of online. He lives online. That's where his popularity is. He believes that this shit extends outside of that. So he believes that when he goes live and does things, it's going to extend outside of the internet. It doesn't. You think you responded like so when they send him his bills, he think responding on the internet instead of responding directly to them is doing something.
Okay, so the attorney is supposed to be in place because he needs someone to go in on his behalf and conduct business. But he don't have nobody to do that. And then you are constantly traveling and you got your mother and you got all this other shit.
Make sure y'all hit that like button,
Why
family.
don't you have a registered agent or somebody by proxy that can handle this stuff for you? Why don't you have a CPA? You're trying to remember dates, you're missing dates, you're getting fines, you're getting penalties, all this stuff because you ain't doing shit right. And you won't get the people in place that you know. So yeah. Um if they lawyer lock on him, if they lawyer lock on him, which is, I'm just throwing this out here because this is why you don't tell people that you're gonna sue them or threaten that shit. They could go around and retain all the attorneys that are fit to take on their city attorney, and then he won't be able to get an attorney. He won't be able to get an attorney because it'll be a conflict of interest. So that's one thing. He's got these women, they play.
I understand that they can do that and they probably have the power to do that, but wouldn't getting a lawyer outside of the state work? I'm just throwing that out there. Wouldn't him getting a lawyer outside of the state and bring him to the state, or does that lawyer have to have a lawyer's license in that state? I don't know how that works, but she said they can do a lawyer lock, which means they can hire every attorney that's suitable for that case, and none of them could work for him because it'd be a conflict of interest, right? I understand that, but can he just go outside the state and get a lawyer, or does that lawyer have to have oh yeah, speaking of that, Malik, we are rescheduling it. Malik wanted to come this Friday. He was supposed to come last Friday, but I got a strike on my channel, so I couldn't go live. So me and him are rescheduling it. I'm going to reschedule it for this Friday. I gotta hit him up and let him know that I'm back. So this Friday I'm going to have him here. But he said the lawyer has to have a license in that state. Okay, so you're right. Okay. See, that's why I asked. So they can do a lawyer lock. Okay, so I get what she's saying now. They can hire all their attorneys out there because they got the money and the power to do it, and you won't have no attorney that's going to work for him. All the attorneys that's suitable to win that case.
On phones, they make stupid ass pages, but you can't sit none of these dingbats down and explain to them the business so they could go in and handle it for you. You had between 3-7 and 8-5. You could call them and tell them to to snatch a notice off the door, but you can't get one of them to go in, even FaceTime. Go in there, flip the phone around, and let you do the business. Just hold the phone. They dingy enough to do that. But
yo, that's true. That is so fucking true. You can call people to go get the notice off the door, but you couldn't have had one of them motherfuckers go in there on your behalf, or go in there and call you on video time and have you talk. That shows the lack of experience, business experience that this man has. That shows the lack of intelligence that everybody thought he had. He's very smart, but for a smart person, he's very dumb. Or it shows what we all been saying. He has no intention in opening that school.
this off the door, but you can't get one of them to go in, even FaceTime. Go in there, flip the phone around, and let you do the business. Just hold the phone. They dingy enough to do that. But he doesn't have that. He is threatening to march on Wilmington. That's the biggest thing in this. Then the fact after he does it, he's like, with the deputy chief of staff come. I didn't see him. Yeah, if you threaten to march on Wilmington, they not gonna play no games with you. You're not
Well,
gonna
yeah,
get anybody that works in the office to deal with you, or he's gonna oversee those accounts if he's stupid busy. And then you have YouTubers that, because you keep making comments about them, they keep checking up on you. And as long as you send in a media request and that's not protected under FOIA, the information, they gonna give it. Delaware is a corporation hub. Most people own businesses up there. They don't live up there. They
right,
go up there, they set up businesses because of, if you know, you know. They set up businesses and they live elsewhere. They're not going to screen them calls and be like, "Are you a resident of?" No, could get real. They're not going to do that. They're not going to do that. They're also not going to gatekeep information that's public information. It'll be unlimited access. But yeah, that's what brought in the chief of staff, the deputy chief of staff. He's the liaison between the mayor and the oversight committee. So he is doing his job. That's what he's supposed to do. And Umar's got 6 degrees. You don't know what your city officials do. You don't know who your city officials are. You don't know the order of command. And then he's sitting up there asking these people, talking about, I wanted to get a fun. What did he want? He wanted to do a parade or some shit,
right,
and they didn't want to give it to him. Like,
right.
no. It's like me trying to rent out something to have a birthday party, and I know I got rent I'm behind in. No, get your priorities together. That's like, bro.
That's a fact. That's a fact. He was talking about some they he was trying to have a block party or something, and he put in a permit for it, and he said somebody rented it out on the same that block. Now what's the chat? Come on, man. We got 8 likes, 20 people in the chat. Come on, family, get those likes up. But he said something to the effect of that he wanted to throw a block party, and he went for a permit, and they gave the permit to somebody on the same day for his block party. Now, make that make sense, because you got to think about it. He's the only place with electricity on his. Because he even said it himself. He's stupid. He told on himself. He said the school buildings are from block to block. The whole block is his school building, right? If that's true, they got to get their water and electricity from that building. Now, who's going to do that? It doesn't make sense. But what she said makes sense. Why would I give you the permit for the block party and you owe money? Now, what he said made sense. You owe money and you couldn't have the block party because you owed money and they wouldn't give you the permit. Like, what? Why am I letting you pay for a permit and you owe us money? Now it makes sense.
Broke nigga shit. I don't know what he's thinking. I really don't. Um, but yeah, then he's got the situation with the inspector. The inspector wants to count this stuff off, give you the C of O, like, approve it, get the C of O, get the doors open, get the revenue in. This is where their head is at. This is what they want. They've been sitting and waiting. You are doing all of this because you dropped the ball, and these people have been waiting on you for damn near a decade. For damn near a decade. And in the process, he has dilapidated buildings that are unsecured most of the time. Kids, he done put them on Instagram. He done put that out there. He's driving down the property value. He's not bringing in any revenue. They've given him chance after chance. He's fucking up zoning permits. What the fuck else? Coding, all that shit. He's messing it all up. And he's got the he wants to shoot for gentrification. This is the shit that I was talking about where we don't build properly, we don't build methodically, and we make ourselves look bad. And then you're gonna threaten him to march. He paid $30,000. He didn't set up a payment arrangement. He said that. What do I need a payment arrangement? I'll pay it off. They're not about to keep going around and around with your weird ass. They're not gonna do that. Come on now. That's not right. That's not right. So he just does not have even the fact of buying them buildings and you knew you didn't have enough donation money to get them where they needed to go. Even to the point where you could start collecting donations again. If you didn't have the money, you shouldn't have bought those buildings.
And that explains a lot. Why would he buy those buildings knowing he didn't have the money? Because he needed a way to prove that he was trying to do something with the money, and he needed to kill two birds with one stone. He needed to prove that he was doing something with the money and keep getting money. What's the best way to do that? Buy some buildings, some dilapidated buildings that ain't gonna be worth nothing. I ain't gonna be able to do nothing with, but I can keep fooling the people into thinking that I got money coming in. That's the best way to keep getting money and making people think that you actually doing something. Let me buy these broke down buildings and say I'm gonna fix them up. That way they keep giving me money. It's the perfect scheme if you want to be real with it.
Trying to think of everything. He's a crash out. He's embarrassing us. Can you imagine? He's just embarrassing us.
You right?
He's wondering why it's in there. He doesn't understand that system. The system, I put that down too. The system, they're going to put stuff in there to code it so that, the system will generate fees, that it can keep track of the time. They don't know if they're going to have to go to court with him. He caused all this shit on himself.
Right.
And then for inner office documentation. So they don't just look at it and be like, oh, he's on a payment. No, they're going to go in there. They're like, he paid. Why is he on debt? That it requires manual instead of just system generated. I think that's what it was. But he's a crash out. I listened to that interview and it was just sad. It's like crying wolf. And I think this is the same stuff that he pulled when they didn't want to give him that side D. I think that's what it was. He did this. We're going to march. And we need that for some things. You ain't seen that man march for nothing. In 11, 12 years, all people them got hurt. But because you fucked up, now it's okay to march. He didn't even march on with, don't get me to go there. Don't get me to go there. Yeah, something's wrong with his kibasa is messed up. I'm trying to think of anything else, but that's basically what I saw.
Think about it. He said Umar can't afford a lawyer to take the state or city. A lawyer will tax the hell out of him. That's a fact. And how many times did he say he was going to get? You notice you ain't hear shit about that bank. Has anybody heard any videos of him talking about that bank? Maybe the one I'm about to play. He could be, but I haven't heard nothing about that bank.
And he's talking about the community has love for him. They don't know him.
They don't.
Wait until they look up and they see all this shit he been doing online, talking about 5'5" thick in the thighs and everything. Be like, don't man, we get this clown up out of here. You can't take anybody serious like that. One lady was already working on it. I don't know what happened. They said that the Ifa Temple don't want him there either. I don't know. But he's a crash out.
Make sure y'all hit that like button. All right, I found another video where it says Umar admitted to taking the money. Some part of the interview he admitted. It says Umar gives a new interview admitting by accident that he spent the donor money.
It's Dr. Umar that I've seen in a long time. Okay. Dr. Umar is going to actually call this radio station. You're going to see on WURD, which is a very well-known radio station here in Philadelphia. Okay. They do a lot of pro-black stuff. I've seen them throughout the city over the years. All right. Even at events that I've filmed. Okay. I've seen them plenty of times. Dr. Umar, I think, has a friend there. But what he's going to say on his interview, if this is brought to court, all right, seriously, if this FDMG stuff and this scam, which in my opinion is a scam, all right, if this is brought to court, they should play this radio interview, because Dr. Umar here, in my opinion, is lying, blatantly lying, and leaving out something that's so important that you cannot miss it. Watch this.
The situation going on there in Delaware, the war against black people. I thought that maybe Donald Trump was the only one waging the war against black people, but it seems like a lot of black people are waging the war against black people. I call them anti-black. I don't care what color you might be, you can still be anti-black. And it seems like there are a lot of anti-black people in Wilmington, Delaware. We're going to hear some more from Dr. Umar Ifa Johnson. Now check this out, Bob.
Also, gotta say this: I'm watching this. We're looking at Eat with Philly Phil talk show and more. That's where I'm watching this from. Okay, Eat with Philly Phil talk show and more, because this is not on the WURD website or their YouTube. So I had to go to YouTube to actually find this radio interview. All right, so let's hit play. I just want to make sure I mention that. All right, let's go.
One of the reasons I took issue with the deputy chief of staff's email to this random YouTuber is not only did he lie and claim that there were multiple.
So a black man calling a check on your school that was created through donations from across the world is nothing more than a random YouTuber. Okay, let's hit play.
What did he say?
So let's hit play. I just want to make sure I mention that. All right, let's go.
One of the reasons I took issue with the deputy chief of staff's email to this random YouTuber is not only did he lie and claim that there were multiple.
So a black man calling a check on your school that was created through donations from across the world is nothing more than a random YouTuber. Okay, let's hit play.
Follow-ups.
I know who you're talking about. He talking about the guy that commented on my joint, something black podcast. I forgot the name. Hold on, let me go. Let me check. Let me go on my joint, because he the one who dropped the email. He deserves credit for it. Hold on. Let me make sure I got it. Shit, where's that comment at? Where's that comment at? Something black podcast. No, it's not that one. Oh, here it is. Wilmington, Delaware. Where's the comments of all this? Is it this one? No, it's not that one. Y'all know what I'm talking about. The guy who dropped that email. Dude with the glasses. Thick ass glasses. I ain't trying to make fun of you, but you do got some thick glasses. But where's it at? No, that ain't it. Complete timeline. No, that ain't it. Wilmington, Delaware responds to Umar Johnson. I think that's what it is. Something black podcast. What the fuck was the name? of John. Shit. City of Wilmington, Delaware. Let me go to this video because I know it's on this video. Where is it at? Ah, yeah, it's this one. I forgot the dude's name. Shit. Basic Black Podcast. That's his name. Basic Black Podcast. He emailed. Shout out to Chris for that, and shout out to Basic Black Podcast for that. Basic Black Podcast emailed the city of Delaware to find out what actually was going on, and that's the guy he's talking about. So let me run it back for those who ain't here. He butthurt. You told the people to eat. Now I want you to remember this. Umar told the people to email, call up to the city, but he want, excuse me, corona. Not coronavirus, corona beer. Corona Basic Black Umar told the people to call up to Delaware and this person and that person, all these officials, and cuss them out and do such and such. Umar was expecting his followers to call them and cuss them out and without asking any questions. Basic Black Podcast decided to call up there and ask questions before he went out, jumped out the window. And he got a real response. And we found out that Umar was lying.
I want to make sure I mention that. All right, let's go.
One of the reasons I took issue with the deputy chief of staff's email to this random YouTuber is not only did he lie and claim that there were multiple.
So a black man calling a check on your school that was created through donations from across the world is nothing more than a random YouTuber. Okay, let's hit play.
For follow-ups with the deputy chief of staff's email to this random YouTuber is not only did he lie and claim that there were multiple follow-ups with us when we heard from nobody about anything from March the 7th until August the 8th when the sheriff put that sign on our door.
So you heard what he just said? He said, we didn't hear from anybody from March the 7th. This is important. That's why I'm stopping this video.
Oh, wait a minute. He told us that it was April. Put a one in the chat. Y'all remember what dates he said. He told us that he hasn't heard from them since April, not March. He told us that, put a one in the chat if you remember. He told us that he been calling them since April. He hasn't heard from them since April. So when did March come into the play? Anybody want to tell me? I'm gonna play in a second. Mr. Judge. I got your video loaded right here on my phone, so it's gonna be next on my history. Hey, Mr. Judge, you know we do $5 requests over here. I've been letting you get away with that. I hope you know that. I've been letting you get away with that because I like your videos. So I want you to know I usually don't let people do requests without hitting that cash at $5. That's how that should let you know I like you. I like your videos. But back to what I was saying. He told us it was April.
Say this, okay? He said from March the 7th to August 8th, they didn't hear from anybody. But watch Dr. Umar then change that story in this interview.
And then he said from March the 7th to August 8th, they put the stamp on the store on my birthday, which is August 5th. So he just told A complete lie. Because it was he told us he didn't hear from him since April. Then he said from April to March 5th, August 8th. April to August. No, he said first he said it was April. He didn't hear from April, since April. He just told us in this video that he didn't hear from him from March whatever to August 8th. So first you said you didn't hear from him since April. Then you said you didn't hear from him since August 8th when they put a stamp on your door on August 5th, which was my birthday. I know because it was my birthday. He said he talked to them in December considering his waiver. Oh, wait, let me make that big because I don't got my glasses. He said he talked to them in December considering his waiver, but he claimed she wouldn't fill it out. He's bullshit. Yeah, I like your videos. I ain't gonna charge you. I ain't gonna tell you hit the cash app because I actually like your videos.
Okay, I'm not gonna play his whole interview, but watch. He said from March the 7th to August, when the signs are put on the door saying that the school FDMG could be sold in a sheriff sale. I'm gonna rewind this so you can hear it one more time because I'm not making this up.
This is also and claim that there were multiple followers with the deputy chief of staff's email to this random YouTuber. Is not only did he lie and claim that there were multiple follow-ups with us when we heard from nobody about anything from March the 7th until August the 8th when the sheriff put that sign on our door. But this is also a pattern with the city of Wilmington with regard to the FDMG Academy, Baba. They give out our information to anybody who calls. Wow. There's no privacy. There's no confidentiality. There's no discretion. Anybody who calls that city with questions about the school, they will tell them all of our business. This is how most of the haters have gotten the school's information because they...
Wait a minute. Everything that they told them was public record, my nigga. I know they would not legally tell nobody no shit like that if it was illegal. So everything that he told them was public information. He wouldn't have told them if it wasn't public information. And you making it seem like, oh, he just told them all my haters and this, that, and the third. Take accountability. What them telling him what's going on got to do with you paying the bills with the money that people gave you. Hold on, let me write this text. I had to send Manzi something. Got a little skippity pat from my brother today. Because I need something small. You know, all the shit I got in my house is some big shit. So I need a little small, little skippity pat. You know, for a little something. A little skippity. I just sent it to Manzi talking. Little skippity pat. But you see how he tried to place the blame? Listen to what he said. He's trying to place the blame on Delaware. What that got to do with you paying the bills with the money that the people gave you? You see how he shifts the blame on them? Our information to anybody who calls. Wow.
Sold in a sheriff sale. I'm gonna rewind this so you can hear it one more time because I'm not making this up.
This is also and claim that there were multiple followers with the deputy chief of staff's email to this random YouTuber. Is not only did he lie and claim that there were multiple follow-ups with us when we heard from nobody about anything from March the 7th until August the 8th when the sheriff put that sign on our door. But this is also a pattern with the city of Wilmington with regard to the FDMG Academy, Baba. They give out our information to anybody who calls. Wow. There's no privacy. There's no confidentiality. There's no discretion. Anybody who calls that city with questions about the school, they will tell them all of our business. This is how most of the haters have gotten the school's information, because they voluntarily share information with people who don't even live in the city of Wilmington.
They can do that though, because your school has been created. All right, even though the school's not really created, it's a building that he bought. But let's give them. Let's try to be nice here. The schools have been created by donations from all across the world. So someone could be in China. If they send you money and they're from China, they should be able to call Wilmington and say and ask a question about what they've invested in. Okay, simple as that. Dr. Umar. This is not a property that you bought in North Philly somewhere just as a chill spot. This is a school supposedly supposed to be a school for black boys. Okay, like never before seen in the history of the world. That's basically how you're pushing it. If that's the case, you shouldn't be upset. People call about the school. You should be ready for it. All right, have everything in order. Let's go.
Don't even live in the state of Delaware, and they just share our information.
Is it public information though?
Say that again.
Is it public information?
Some of it is public, but not all of it is public.
Dr. Umar had to think of a lie. So he said,
because all of it came from donations, like the man said. It came from donations all around the world. All around the world, this money came from. So it's public to have all around the world. That's why he said some of it. No, all of it was public information because you took donations. It's a non-credited, a non-profit thing.
Say that again. Okay, I wish the guy simply said, "Wait a minute, Dr. Umar. This building, people should be able to check on, like I just said." But let's continue.
You see, and in this case, Baba, he told a blatant lie. He told a blatant lie. He said from April to August, I'm quoting him from the YouTube video that somebody sent me, because I didn't even know that he was communicating with a YouTube hater.
When he says he, if you don't know, he's talking about the I believe the deputy chief of staff in Wilmington was contacted by a YouTuber. When he's saying this man, this guy from Wilmington, okay, said like for example, the guy said, we contacted Dr. Umar this very week. All right, Dr. Umar is saying this man's lying. All right, the man also said, if I'm not mistaken, he said that they were trying to contact Dr. Umar for months. Okay, and Dr. Umar wasn't responding, or he was not coming to the table. Okay, but let's hit the player.
They quote from April through August, multiple follow-up attempts from the finance department regarding the outstanding fees. Baba, we heard from nobody at all about anything from the city of Wilmington.
We're going to stop and say this. Dr. Umar just said about the outstanding fees. Understand this. Dr. Umar's own mouth said the school had outstanding fees. If I was an investor in FDMG, I would be livid. I would be trying to find where this man located. I'll be so upset. I'll just say that if I gave money to this man, because you're going to sit here on a radio on WRD and say the school had outstanding fees. He literally confessed and said the school has outstanding fees. Okay, how could the school have outstanding fees when you were giving over $1 million?
Regulate. My bad, y'all. I had to regulate. I'm on daddy duty. I had to regulate. So what I missed? Let me go back a little bit. My bad, y'all. I had to regulate. Yes. It's dead. It don't work. It's dead. Thanks, but it's dead. You gotta put it on charge. It did.
Told a blatant lie. He told a blatant lie. He said from April to August, I'm quoting him from the YouTube video that somebody sent me.
How did he tell a blatant lie when they had on record what date they contacted you? This is how you know he believes, and this is how you know two things right here. The dude that called himself Baba, who took this call, take Baba off your name. You are not an elder, because the elder wouldn't let this shit slide. Number two, How did he lie when they had records of the dates, the dates and time that they tried to reach out to you? How did he lie? He didn't go on record and say, oh, this, that, and the third. He just gave the records of the times he contacted you. We didn't hear him say, oh, no, we did in the email. He said he lied. We tried to contact him. Then he dropped the times and dates that he contacted you. And you said he told a blatant lie. That's how you, three things. Baba need to take Baba off. The dude Baba, take that off your name, bro. You are not an elder. An elder will not let this shit pass. No, no. Can you stop trying to play with my hair? Or fuck it, here, take it. Two, he thinks that the community is dumb. This is proof that he believes that the black community is just a bunch of fucking idiots that will listen to anything. And we really look like that right now. Three, how did he tell a blatant lie when he put out all the times and dates that he contacted you? Go shut the door, Snake. Shut the door.
I didn't even know that he was communicating with a YouTube hater.
When he says he, if you don't know, he's talking about the I believe the deputy chief of staff in Wilmington who was contacted by a YouTuber. When he's saying this man, this guy from Wilmington, okay, said like for example, the guy said, we contacted Dr. Umar this very week. All right, Dr. Umar is saying this man's lying. All right, the man also said, if I'm not mistaken, he said that they were trying to contact Dr. Umar for months. Okay, Dr. Umar wasn't responding or he was not coming to the table. Okay, but let's hit the player.
They quote from April through August, multiple follow-up attempts from the finance department regarding the outstanding fees. Baba, we heard from nobody at all about anything from the city of Wilmington.
We're going to stop and say this. Dr. Umar just...
and you know what I noticed? It's the same pattern. It's the same pattern. When the lady for the movie needed him to sign the contract, he claimed, I didn't get it. Nobody contacted him. Even though her and her lawyers were contacting him. The dude with his money for the mural, I didn't get it. Nobody contacted him. It's always the same shit. Everybody got the same story about the same man who don't know each other. How can different people who do not know each other or speak to each other have the same story about one person? Now, I can see if these people all talk to each other and associate, then you can say they conspired to come up with some bullshit about you. But these people don't know each other. These people don't talk to each other. It's impossible for them to all have the same exact story unless it's true.
Said about the outstanding fees. Understand this. Dr. Umar's own mouth said the school had outstanding fees. If I was an investor in FDMG, I would be livid. I would be trying to find where this man located. I'll be so upset. I'll just say that if I gave money to this man, because you're going to sit here on a radio on WRD and say the school had outstanding fees. He literally confessed and said the school has outstanding fees. Okay. How could the school have outstanding fees when you were giving over $1 million out to Umar? Okay. To donate to the school. You yourself said, I never asked for money for myself. The money only went to donations for the school. Okay. The school costs $400-something grand. All right. You were given like at the very least out of your own mouth, you were given over $1 million. I think he said you were given over $1 million. So and people have found you've been given at least $1.5 million. All right. But let's say you just was given only $1 million. All right. Just $1 million. It's the lowest of the low. If you had just $1 million, you should have at least $600 grand left over. All right. Because the buildings cost $400 grand to buy. So how it doesn't matter how many years have elapsed. At the end of the day, you have 600 grand in your back pocket. You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
So how is that?
Right. Now I get what he's saying. I'm like, yo, I listened to the interview. When did he say that when did he admit that, when did he admit that he took that, think about, you dud it up for a second. Just for a second. Dud it up. Dud it up for a second. When did he say? I was thinking in my head. When did he say he admitted the money? He took the money. But if you read between the lines, yeah, he's admitting to taking the money because he's dancing around the fact that he had the money to keep them bills going, and he does not explain what he did with that money. He's not explaining what he did with that money. We'll let you know. Oh God, hold on for a second. She'll get tired. I knew I shouldn't do this shit. All right, you slobbing on me. All right, that's enough. He did not, which means that he took that money, put it in his pocket, bought some coke, bought a half kilo, maybe 8 ball or 2, snorted the shit out of that motherfucker. Hector was booming that them couple months. These last 10 years, Hector been booming. That's all I'm gonna say about that. These last couple months, say Hector been booming. Say he was booming. Say Hector was booming. Now you want to be shy. You want to just take over the live 5 seconds ago. Now I actually say something. You don't want to say nothing. Say Hector was booming. Oh, I forget you didn't go. Hector was booming. Whoever owned the Dashiki store that he did his shit from, booming. Them niggas was booming. And Baganos is a store out here called Baganos in Philly. Everybody love that motherfucker. And the cheesesteak, all the cheesesteaks places out here, booming. You know why? Because Umar was taking that donation money and taking it straight to them. Booming. Hector got them donations, right? All your donations went to Hector.
The building could be, and he just bought the building in 2019. All right. So how is it the building could be in the rears with anything, Dr. Umar? That doesn't make any sense. That shows that you are mismanaging the money. Okay, let's continue.
Attempts from the finance department regarding the outstanding fees. Baba, we heard from nobody at all about anything from the city of Wilmington from March the 7th until August the 8th. 5 whole months.
Well, would that be defamation? And a lot of people, not a lot, but some people have asked me, what about your legal counsel and advice? What have they been saying?
I'm working on that. And the reason I'm working on that, Baba, is I don't think this is going to stop until we push back. Mm-hmm. I think they're going to continue to play games with us. Mm-hmm. I think
so. He's establishing here, I'm the one that's being attacked. I'm the victim from March.
Right. That's what he's establishing. I'm being attacked. Everybody's against me. It's a conspiracy. Get the fuck out of here, my nigga. I'm going to push back. Nigga, you've been saying you're going to push back for 30 years. And they squeeze the limit. All right, but all right. Butt it up. And you squeeze the limit. When are you going to push back? You've been saying you're going to push back on all these things. Maybe he might have started. He got me struck, or one of his minions. Right. Say Hector was booming. Say Hector was booming. Say Hector was booming. Say Hector was booming. Right. Say Hector was booming. Hector was booming. Hector was booming. Y'all hear it? You hear it trying to say it? Hector was booming. Hector was booming. Say, put the money in the bag. Put the money in the bag. Oh, now you don't want to say it. You say it all the time when you lift up that Nerf gun. Put the money in the bag. Put the money in the bag. Leave me alone. Leave me alone. Leave me alone. Leave me alone. No, you leave me alone. What you mean, no? You bothering me. What? Fuck that. What you mean, fuck that? Oh, that's how you feel? Put the money in the bag. The Hector was booming. The Hector was booming. Y'all heard her. Y'all heard her. Hector was booming.
7th to August 8th, I've been the victim. I have not spoken to anyone. No one has tried to speak to me from March to August. Okay. I've been the victim, even though it's my job to know the bills of the school, even though it's my job to understand what's going on with the finances of the school, because thousands of, not 10, 20, but thousands of people have given money. Even if it was $1, they've given money because you pitched them a dream that the school be a reality. You understand what I'm saying? And so their money was given, it was not given to put in your back pocket because they like the way you talk. The money was given for the school, specifically for the school. All right. That's why I don't understand how Dr. Umar is walking around and he's not arrested for fraud, because when it comes to what he's done with his money, he's admitting just in his interview that he's committed fraud. And it's not, I'm not trying to be rude. I'm not trying to, lie about him. I don't lie. I'm not a liar. But if you listen to what he's saying, he's telling you, I committed fraud. All right. How? Because he took people's money, said I would do one thing and did not do that. To the point where you're actually sitting and saying that you had to contact the finance department. That doesn't make any sense. All the money that you had in your hand, there's no reason why you need to do that. You should have reached in your back pocket and paid every bill for the school. You should have just said, you know what? Then I must have missed that. I apologize. Then let all the donors know I must have missed the bill, but I paid it immediately. But he's not saying that. Listen to what he's saying. He's acting as if, he's someone who is behind on their phone bill and he doesn't have the money to his next paycheck to pay it off. That's how he sounds. And he's expecting us to be just as dumb as a brick and then listen to him and be caught in his speech instead of saying, wait a second, let's step back. All the money you've been given, this doesn't make any sense. What you're saying doesn't make any sense at all, Dr. Umar. Where's the money at? Where's the money at? Did you commit fraud? And I'm going to tell you my opinion. I believe that he absolutely committed fraud and much more than that. But let's hit play, y'all.
They're going to continue to be hostile towards us. They're going to continue to be negligent towards us. And they're going to continue to discriminate against us. So let me fast forward. So March the 7th, I get the letter. Excuse me, the letter was mailed March the 7th. I probably got it the last week of March, first week of April. I immediately called the Secretary of Delinquent Accounts. She said, see what L&I has to say. It comes from them, not us. We just carry it out. I talked to the Secretary of Vacant Property. She tells me she's going to give me a call back. She's going to look into this and see what they can do. Now, what they're saying, Baba, is they don't retroactively apply vacant property registration fee waivers, right? I can understand that. But I asked for a one-time exemption. Mm-hmm. If you can't give it to me, just say that. Mm-hmm.
Why do you need an extension, Dr. Umar? I mean, this is astonishing. Why do you need help? Why aren't you saying, here's the money? You understand what I'm saying, y'all?
We can move on. Right. I want to make this point very clear, Bob. Because what they're leaving out is they're saying, well, we don't apply it retroactively. The man asked you if you could.
All I hear is the motherfucker shifting the blame on everybody else. Can I get it on Amazon? All I hear is this man shifting the blame on everybody else that's responsible for the shit and not taking credibility for nothing. And all you see is him blaming everybody. Hold on for a second. I'm gonna let it play. Let me put her in the bed real quick.
Do it this one time. Because they just paid $30,000 in water. And instead of just telling us, no, we're not going to do it. You either have to pay it or get a payment plan. But we're not going to. Baba, she completely ignored me.
So look at what he just said. This is very important. He said, instead of them telling me you can either pay it or go on a payment plan. If you have the money in your hand, you should have said, I'm gonna pay it. Now then somebody said, oh no, but what he said was that they didn't tell him that. The problem is that you should have said, I'm gonna just pay that. He's even telling us by admitting this that could have been an option and that it was not paid. That's why she said you could either pay it or go on a payment plan. That's letting us know that Dr. Umar and the school were in the rears beyond a shadow of a doubt. You may say, well, that's already established, because the papers. But Dr. Umar, you have to understand, Dr. Umar is going to try to say that everything is a lie. He's going to try to say that the papers, all that stuff, it wasn't like it appeared. All stuff is just a lie. How about this, Dr. Umar? You were behind. He's going to try to say, and what he's trying to say now is, oh, well, at the end of the day, I would have thought he would have came on here, right, and lied and said, look, I had the money. All right. But what happened was I just slipped up. I forgot. Okay.
What he's doing is he's shifting the blame on them. So you don't be like, wait a minute, you was behind the whole time. Why were you behind when we were giving you money? You weren't making all these renovations. There's no way to say, oh, I was doing renovations on all these different, time periods. Because you wasn't. You have to line up every renovation with all those donations. You can't do it. I ain't mean for that to rhyme, but it did. But you got to make up every renovation for all those donations. You got to come up with that. You can't. I strongly doubt if you can do that. So what I'm saying is, what he's doing is he's shifting the blame onto Delaware. Oh, they did this, that, and the third. Oh, way back when, way back yonder. I'm going up yonder. Way back when they did this, that, and the third. Oh, I knew when I got there, they was going to do this, that, and the third. To take your brain off of the fact he was behind in the first place. And he's admitting that this dude is right. He's admitting that he spent the money. Because where the money going, bro? How are you behind? You're asking for donations every single live stream. And most of those live streams, you're getting thousands of dollars. Where's the money going? We don't want to hear renovations. And then to top that off, you're making 3,000 to 6,000, sometimes 10,000 per interview. How much money are you putting into it? This is your dream. You trying to project your dream onto the people and make it the people respond. This is your dream. The people was fine with their kids going to school. All we had to do was teach them what they need to know outside of school. Let them have the skills that they need in that school, but let them really know that the history is bullshit and we really did a lot more than they said. That was the goal. You came out of the left field talking about, oh, we went to school to teach black kids this, that, the third. That was your dream. And you made the people finance your dream. But how much money were you putting into that dream? You're making thousands of dollars for all these interviews. We can go to Umar Johnson. I guarantee you find at least 100 interviews. Where's all that money going? That's why he's trying to blame Delaware to take the shift the blame off of him onto Delaware.
I didn't realize that the school was in arrears in this way. I just forgot. It was my fault. I should have paid. I had the money. Of course, I had the money. I have all the money from the donations. You know what I mean? But I just forgot. He could have just said that. But it's hard for him to do that because he came on them Instagram lives and was talking about we the march on Wilmington XYZ. All right. Speaking when being very emotional, which is how Dr. Umar has been acting. Okay. Being very emotional and going on live, which is the worst thing you can do, is be emotional and go on live online today. He did that. He made like the worst mistake you can make more than once, and came on, and while he was emotional, he lied and then told some truth also, okay, about how they were struggling with these bills, which when the problem is that there should be no struggle. The money should be there. He himself said, I never asked for a donation for myself. It was only for the school. So where's the money at? The question that I have, and many people have, is where's the money at? The answer is that he stole the money. He stole the investors' money, and he's blatantly coming on an interview trying to blame the city of Wilmington, who has graciously allowed him to run a scam in their city. Okay, they graciously allowed this Philadelphian person, all right, to come and run a scam in their city, to use their city as a place for a scam, to a lot of people around the community to think that their boys can one day go there and be taught by black mentors, and have this scammer, which is Dr. Umar, in my opinion, speak to people in the community.
I'm gonna tell you this now. I don't know too many people in Philly that believe in this school. To be honest with you, a lot of people in Philly is looking like, who the fuck believed in this shit? A lot of us is looking back like, who the fuck? I don't know too many people that even know who Dr. Umar is in Philly. Like, to be honest with you, a lot of my elders don't know who the fuck he is. They're just now finding out who he is now that he, a big topic on the internet. But most of them don't know who the fuck he is.
She has done, even on video, we see him talk to people who've driven up and say, your boy's gonna be going to my school and this and that, and to be lying them and getting their hopes up. It would have been better if Dr. Umar had never shown up to that property and never bought any of that stuff, okay? Because since he has been there, all he has done has been lying to people and been using that city for a scam, okay? Right. And I care for this. I went to college in Wilmington, Delaware, okay? So I know all about Wilmington, Delaware to a certain degree. I'm not the expert, but I know about it. I used to travel to that city and commute to the city every single day to go to school, okay?
I used to live in Wilmington, Delaware, and if them niggas find out what he was doing, he ain't gonna be allowed back in Wilmington without niggas trying to shoot him. I'm gonna that now. He barely shows his face in Philly. When he in Philly, he hides.
And he went to that city. I know people in the city, all kind of stuff. Okay, spent the night at the city. Sometimes I had to spend the night with people in Wilmington or outside of Wilmington because of things with transportation, so on and so forth. Okay, when I was younger, so I know all about that stuff. He's gonna come to that city and abuse them and lie to them, and then attack the city. And if the deputy chief of staff, I believe the guy's name is lying when you can see from what he's saying that Dr. Umar is in a mess that he created himself.
Like I told you, I emailed her April 1st. She did not respond to my email. I emailed her April 4th. She did not respond to my email. I emailed her April 7th. She did not respond to my email. I emailed her April 16th. She did not respond to my email.
You know the difference between Umar and the guy that you're talking about? That guy showed proof of all the dates and times. He contacted Umar. And Umar showed one shred of receipts. This whole entire situation, from the bank to Delaware, has he stole us one receipt? Just type yes or no in the chat. Have you seen one receipt? Just one. An email that he sent. Okay. And when I get it, I'm gonna ask you to help me step by step, man. I'm gonna FaceTime you so you can help me do it step by step. Don't worry, I'm gonna wait in the chat. Has anybody seen at least one receipt to him claiming that he could do that and the third? Sorry, I ain't gonna lie. These noodles be extra good when you got a beer in it. One time. Hell no.
I spoke to her on the phone at least a half dozen times, and
Okay, so he said that no one contacted him since March 7th. Okay, but now he's saying he spoke to the woman 6 times. He said I spoke to her at least a half a dozen times. So now that goes against what you just said. You said nobody contacted you. No, I'm sorry. When Dr. Umar said that they didn't contact him for all of that time from March 7th to August 8th, and he knew nothing about this. Okay, now he's going and telling us another story. Okay, about him talking to her on the phone and how in actuality you were in contact with them, though you said before that you weren't.
time she said she would get back to me with an answer, and guess what, Baba? That turned into 5 months. No reason.
Why do you need an answer? See what I'm saying? Why does she need to, everything he's saying is hurt himself in this case? Okay. If I was a prosecuting Dr. Umar, I would take what he just said right there and use it against him. She said she would get in contact with me with an answer. Wait a second, Dr. Umar. Why do you need an answer? You should have the answer. The answer is the donor's money. The answer is the donor's money. What do you mean she's going to get in contact with you with an answer? You're not in need. Okay, you have a surplus. You're not in need. You have a surplus, supposedly, but you don't because you stole the money. You committed fraud. And people will say, oh, we're hating Dr. Umar. No, it's obvious. Okay, it's obvious. 400 grand for the school. Over $1 million in donations. So 600.
Like I say to people all day, let me make myself big on this one. Like I said, like I've been saying this whole situation. When in your motherfucking life have you ever just 1 second, Steve. 1 second. When in your life have you ever seen a bill collector, government bill collector, ignore somebody trying to pay their bills? Umar terms. I repeat, I said, when in your life have you ever, you, talking to you watching this video, when in your life have you ever seen a bill collector ignore a person trying to pay their bills? I say it for the 3rd time. When in your life have you ever seen a bill collector trying to purposely ignore the person trying to pay their bills? Don't worry, I'll wait. He said, I saw a tutored receipt. I saw that post. Nasal drip, right. If one exists, I want to hire them immediately. Right. Let me know where these people exist at so I can go over there and pay some bills over there.
Grand went where? Into the air and went into his back pocket. It went to him traveling the world and sleeping with black women all across the world. Okay, with y'all donor money. Y'all literally gave him money to make a school, and instead he took the money and used it to throw money at women, okay, who wanted to sleep with him because he was a supposed great speaker and great mind of the day. And he used y'all money to do that, to throw money at them. I'm sure to probably send them across the world. I'm sure he's been very careful with how he did this, okay? But if someone really looked into this, they probably could find all kind of women that they can sit here and say, look, he gave me this, he gave me this, he gave me that. Okay, so all kind of money on me. And that money was y'all money. All right.
Wow. And then the secretary of delinquent accounts, because what I did was I sent the email to the chief of staff of the mayor. not the deputy chief of staff. The man who sent this email to the YouTubers, Baba, he ain't got nothing to do with.
Let's go back. What did he just say?
Because what I did was I sent no response.
Wow.
5 months, no response. And then the secretary of delinquent accounts.
So he said 5 months, no response. And then he says, and then the secretary of delinquent accounts. Why is it that months were passing and you were delinquent? Once again, where is the money at? Months, you yourself, I think Dr. Umar actually realized that what he said it wasn't good. That's why he tries to move it to something else here. He realized that he just said something that makes himself, in this case, sound terrible for him to say, time passed, and then a delinquency agency hit me up, which means that I didn't have the money.
All right, I like what this dude's saying, but it's kind of fucking boring. So I'm gonna go back to the first video that I was gonna play, where it's the whole interview, because it's just him talking. I thought it would be something else, so I wasted a lot of time on this. So let me get to that video that I wanted to play. Well, his daughter is fucked up too. Look at her, all types of fucked up.
Fools without me knowing and didn't bother to send me a text message. They could have. The city government of Wilmington and the Negro bureaucracy has declared war on the Frederick Douglass and Marcus Garvey Academy. I absolutely believe that. Let me give you a quick.
Didn't we call this shit? Did we not call this shit? Listen to what he just said. Did we not call this? Everybody. I'm not going to say it was me. Everybody called this shit. Listen to what he says.
The city government of Wilmington and the Negro bureaucracy has declared war on the Frederick Douglass. The Negro bureaucracy has declared war on the Frederick Douglass and Marcus Garvey Academy. I absolutely believe.
Did we not call that? Did me and every fucking content creator that reported on this, did we not call that? Did we not say he was going to turn it into a fucking conspiracy and claim that the government's after me? Or he said the Negro bureaucracy, because he couldn't blame it on. First he said it was racism. Let's not forget. Let's go back. He said it was racism. Then when he found out the whole council was black, oh, the Negro bureaucracy, whatever the fuck he called it, is declaring war. Get the fuck out of here, nigga. You simply just not paying your bills. I'll make sure y'all hit that like button. Hold on, let me go back. I ain't even been checking the likes. I ain't even been checking the likes. Hey, Benson, thank you, man. I'm going to order that shit on Amazon, too. I ain't even been checking the likes. Come on, man. Y'all make sure y'all get them likes up, family. For me. Please. This will get me back in the algorithm. I know I ain't been here for a week. 16 likes. Come on, family. Get those likes up for me. I know I ain't been here for a week. I apologize. It wasn't my fault. This nigga said I was bullied. This nigga right here said I was bullying. So he got my channel struck. It is my fault because I need to tone it back. So I'm going to take accountability for that. But I need y'all to hit that like button. But this nigga here, bro. Goofball.
The city government of Wilmington and the Negro bureaucracy has declared war on the Frederick Douglass and Marcus Garvey Academy. I absolutely believe that. Let me give you a quick timeline.
I want to say good afternoon, Dr. Umar Johnson. How you doing today?
Peace and Pan-Africanism and happy Black August to all the brothers and sisters out there.
That's right. Is it still August? Because I'm telling you, I was so remiss. Last week, we did not forget, but we did not mention the birthday of Marcus Garvey, August the 17th. We were so consumed with so many other things that it just slipped by. But I'd never forget the works of the Honorable Marcus Messiah Garvey. And I got him on my chest today. Marcus Garvey and Frederick Douglass on my t-shirt. So, Dr. Johnson, I don't know if you read my post that I put on Facebook today to all of those doubting Thomas and doubting Thomasinas that called themselves trying to kick a brother while they thought that he was down. And I said to myself, it cannot be nothing but brainwashing, because it seems like when we have our people that try to raise our people up, we have so many black people that try to tear us down. I said, it's got to be brainwashing. I said, they talked bad about Martin Luther King, Malcolm X, and Marcus Garvey. And they did nothing but try to raise our people up out of despair. And you get so many people that try to just tear us down. What is it? Tell me, you as a psychologist, what is wrong with our people that do stuff like that?
Well, to be honest with you, Baba, as the self-hate relates to me and the Frederick Douglass Marcus Garvey Academy campaign, honestly, I'm kind of numb to it. And I'm kind of numb to it because I've been dealing with it since we first started the fundraiser back in April of 2014. If you can remember, what started this entire process was an attempt to purchase HBCU St. Paul's College in Lawrenceville, Virginia, when it was put up for auction back in April of 2014. And so when I heard about that, I initially went to work to try to raise the funds to secure the HBCU St. Paul's campus. And from the very beginning, struggle streamers from YouTube, other haters, disgruntled former associates, black bourgeoisies, rainbow gangers, everybody, they contacted the auction company and they tried to prevent them from accepting our bid. We wasn't able to raise enough money.
It's the same thing every fucking time. This person, the struggle streamers did this. The struggle streamers did that. Ain't nobody. Listen, people call to find out what's going on. That's a fact. They do. But to prevent you from buying a building, prevent you from doing something, get the fuck, bro. We're tired of this same old sad song and dance, bro. The struggle streamers. Huh? You got all the information for everything else, but you can't tell us who did that, though, right? What about that bank account? That's what we want to know. You gonna blame that on struggle streamers?
Anyway, so it ultimately didn't matter one way or the other, but I'm just bringing it up to let you know that the hate is as old as the project. It's not a new thing. I think in some respects it's gotten worse because the closer we get to the finish line, the more intense the opposition becomes. But I always like to keep it in perspective by saying that for every enemy.
What finish line? You claim all you got to do is the floors, but the motherfuckers still ain't got no ceilings. You still ain't rip up the ground and got that toxic waste out the ground. You still ain't get the mold out the walls, but you claim that it's just the floors.
Enemy of the program, there's a million supporters. The difference between the haters and the congratulators are that the congratulators are mature people with emotional intelligence and self-control. The haters are immature people without emotional intelligence and without self-control. The congratulators, the supporters, and the donors.
No, the donors are a bunch of old, desperate women that's donating. But at this point in time, at first, that might have been true. But now, all your supporters are a bunch of desperate, single mothers, older women who want you to tap that ass. Period. In my beliefs. In my beliefs. At this point, ain't even about the school. The people that support you, it ain't about the school. Think about it. Go on his live streams, his last live streams from the last 3 or 4 years. All it's been about is sex. All it's been about is sex. Don't give a damn about building no goddamn school. He said he said if a property is up for auction, they're not turning down money. Right. There's no internet either. Right. No internet there. There's also no library desk or gym equipment. Right. Pro Winters, peace and welcome. Yeah, man. I got struck. I got struck last week for bullying Umar. Hit that like button. You ain't missed nothing. I just started the video of him. Oh, come on, Nico. Now you definitely gonna have Rock up here throwing gun emojis in my shit. Come on, Nico. That picture too sexy. You got to change that. You ain't gonna have Rock cussing me out. I'm telling you, Rock, I ain't got shit to do with it. I'm telling you now.
Owners, they have a life. They have things to do.
Mm-hmm.
So they're not consumed with the day-to-day happenings of FDMG because they trust in our team and they trust in me. As opposed to the detractors, they don't have anything to do except make YouTube videos. They have no life. They have no goals. They have no agenda for themselves, no purpose. So they can spend all day, every day talking about FDMG, slandering. I've heard more lies from.
Yeah, I got my video removed, and I got a strike on my channel for bullying Umar. So either him or one of his minions came to my channel and struck it. I think it might have been that one with 700. Let me check. I think it might have been that one with 700 views. I mean, the one where I had 700 people in the chat. I think it might have been that one. I'm not sure. Hold on, let me check. I think it might have been that one. Yeah, they struck down the joint where I had. No, that joint's still up. That joint's still up. But yeah, they struck one of my videos down. Yeah, I don't get that either.
People this month than I've heard in 11 years. Like the clips that people send me, because I don't watch the stuff. I can't watch it because it'll force me to respond. If I watch a hater's video, Baba, I'll be forced to respond. It's hard to sit there and just hear lie after lie after lie and not say anything. So I don't listen. But
what is people lying on? An opinion isn't a lie. Receipts aren't lies. What do you mean? What you've been saying, like what you're saying now, there are lies. I'm sorry, Delio. When you got beer or two in you, these noodles be good in the motherfucker. But where's the lie? I ain't seen Linda lie yet. I ain't seen none of the other channels lie. They all play receipts of things that you said, dates that you gave that don't add up. Ain't no lie, nigga. All right, I'm done. Let me full focus now.
People do send me clips that they think are very important for me to take note of. But just getting back to my point, I'm so used to it that that's not the issue for me. The issue for me, Baba, today, as we sit here on the final day of Black August 2025, which August the 31st was declared by the Right Excellent Most Honorable Marcus Messiah Garvey of the UNIA in Harlem, New York City, August of 1920, August the 31st, the final day of Black August was declared an international holiday for all African people throughout the entire world. And so this is a day that we celebrate being African. This is the day we celebrate.
You ever notice that he always try to make shit happen on the date of something? When they took his cash app, oh, they took my cash app on the day of Marcus Garvey's birthday. Oh, when they took my PayPal, oh, it was on the day of the Haitian Revolution. When they did this, oh, it was on the day of Marcus Garvey and this, that, and the third. Nigga. Nigga. You better be careful there, little buddy. You better be careful there. My bad, this fucking household got my nose stuff. We get that Louisiana hot pepper shit. But nigga, you better be careful there, little buddy. That shit make my nose run like a motherfucker. I mean, that Louisiana, that shit make my nose run like a motherfucker. But come on, bro. Every time, and he hit you with that bullshit word salad. Oh, well, Marcus Garvey, the day of Marcus Garvey. Go back. Let's go back to when they took his cash app. Oh, let me show you. He did the same thing.
Being proud to be African.
Same play. It's the same play. Listen to what he just said here. On Marcus Garvey's birthday. It's the same fucking play.
But just getting back to my point, I'm so used to it that that's not the issue for me. The issue for me, Baba, today, as we sit here on the final day of Black August 2025, which August the 31st was declared by the Right Excellent Most Honorable Marcus Messiah Garvey of the UNIA in Harlem, New York City, August of 1920, August the 31st, the final day of Black August was declared an international holiday for all African people throughout the entire world. And so this is a day that we celebrate being African. This is the day we celebrate being proud to be African.
This is where he plays with your African heartstrings. Now, hold on. Let's go back to the day he lost his cash app. Oh, excuse me. The day Umar Johnson lost his cash app. He says the same shit. Hold on, let's see if he said it in this one. There's another one where he was like, they shut the cash app down on the day of Marcus Garvey's birthday and Nat Turner, this, that. I'm like, man, get the fuck out.
I have plans that I cannot share with you right now because the haters will sabotage me. I have plans that I will not share right now because the haters will sabotage me. But I got some stuff in the works. I'm telling you now. I have.
Hold on, let me go back. He was sitting in a hotel room. He was like on the day of Marcus Garvey's birthday, and I think it was this one.
Peace and Black Power families, the Prince of Pan-Africanism, King Kong Consciousness, International Ifa Tunde. Get on your Cash App, $FDMG School. Get on your PayPal, paypal.me/FDMG Academy. We're going to start getting some work done, family. So please get them donations in. Get them in. $FDMG School.
This is get on your Cash App. Hold on. Let me rephrase it. When Umar Johnson lost his cash app. Umar Johnson loses his cash app. Umar Johnson cash app gets shut down. let me get on this. On the day of Marcus Garvey's birthday, and
Peace and Pan-Africanism, peace and Pan-Africanism. Peace and Pan-Africanism, peace and Pan-Africanism. Peace and Pan-Africanism, peace and Pan-Africanism. This is your big brother, Dr. Umar Ifatunde Oguntade, checking in with you live from the
see it's cold out there.
Most Honorable Frederick Douglass and the Most Honorable Marcus Messiah Garvey, RBG, International Leadership Academy. I just want to say thank you to all of our donors. We picked up 27 pieces of donation mail today. We picked up.
See, that's not going to cut it. What did he say, 27? Because he was gone for about 5 weeks. So let's take 27. We're going to divide it by, wait a minute. Did I say 5 weeks? No, he was gone for, it was about 5 weeks. Could have been 6 years. We're just going to say 5. We're going to divide it by 35. Yeah, that's like 0.7 pieces of mail per day. Okay, that's not going to cut it.
Yeah, Garvey did too.
You can't, there's no way.
I've been trying to tell niggas all the fucking time that Garvey set niggas up. And he was a scammer just like Umar. That's why he followed his blueprint.
27 pieces of donation mail today. We picked up 27 pieces of donation mail today. Hit your PayPal. PayPal.me/FDMG Academy. Hit your PayPal.
See that? Rubbing his hands because he's all about the money and he's begging. See
oh God, man,
opening up the bank.
FDMG.
See that? He want that money.
Oh God.
PayPal.me/FDMG Academy. Hit your PayPal.
Yeah, he cold too.
PayPal.me/FDMG Academy. Send your check or money order payable to FDMG Academy. P.O. Box 9634, Wilmington, Delaware. Send your check or money order payable to.
I'm gonna find it. He was in the whole. I think he was in a hotel. Oh no, on the day of Mark. There we go. He was in the airport on the day of Marcus Garvey's birthday or somebody's birthday.
No more. The FDMG Cash App is no more. The FDMG Cash App is no more. You can no longer donate on Cash App. You can no longer donate on Cash App. You can no longer donate on Cash App. PayPal.me/FDMG Academy. PayPal.me/104 Wilmington, Delaware. Edward Waters, to all the students and alumni from HBCU Edward Waters University, 1866. 1866/FDMG Academy. CU Edward Waters University. Thank you for this wonderful hoodie that I'm wearing. Edward Waters University hoodie. HBCU Edward Waters University, 1866. Who showed up and showed out last night. I loved you, HBC.
And then, I want to point this out. This nigga think he light skinned. Light skinned niggas do this shit right here. You notice before he started getting these big holes, these desperate moms, his eyes were in glasses or he wide open. Then all of a sudden he started doing this. Yeah, the cash, yeah, big pal. It's in there. When I start talking like this. Talking in his low voice. You know how light-skinned niggas do. Max, I'm talking to you. Diabolical Max. I'm jaded, I'm talking to you. You light-skinned niggas. 7, you look like a light-skinned nigga too. This is how you light-skinned niggas talk and take pictures. With the eyes squinted.
You Edward Waters University. I love the HBCU Edward Waters University. Tiger Nation. Tiger Nation was in full. Box 9634. P.O. Box 9634. Wilmington, Delaware. 19809 or paypal.me/FDMG Academy.
He said, chill on the light.
PayPal.me/FDMG Academy. Please spread the word. No more PayPal. No more Cash App. Excuse me. No more Cash App.
Nigga. Nah, I'm a chocolate nigga. I'm chocolate. I don't know what you're talking about. The melanin, what Umar say? The chocolate melanin dripping over here. I ain't light skin. My kids is. My brother is. I'm dark. Caramel. He said my light skin is seasonal. He said my light skin is seasonal. Mine too. Until the summer. As soon as the summer hit, I'm blick black. As soon as the summer hit, I'll be light skinned all winter. As soon as the summer hit, blick black.
All the fake Cash Apps are still up. They shut us down, but they left the fake Cash Apps on Cash App. Somebody help me understand how you shut down the Frederick Douglass Marcus Garvey Academy Cash App on Frederick Douglass's birthday. You shut down the Frederick Douglass Marcus Garvey Academy Cash App on Frederick Douglass's birthday. On Frederick Douglass's birthday. You shut down, Stan, how you shut down the Frederick Douglass Marcus Garvey Academy Cash App on Frederick Douglass's birthday. You shut down the Frederick Douglass Marcus Garvey Academy Cash App on Frederick Douglass's birthday. You shut down the Frederick Douglass Marcus Garvey Academy Cash App on Frederick Douglass' birthday. But you leave all the fake.
You better be careful there, little buddy. You're running the same play. Let's go back. Let's go back. Let's go back to the other one. It's the same play. You just use a different date. You just use a different date.
But just getting back to my point, I'm so used to it that that's not the issue for me. The issue for me, Baba, today, as we sit here on the final day of Black August 2025, which August the 31st was declared by the Right Excellent Most Honorable Marcus Messiah Garvey in the UNIA in Harlem, New York City, August of 1920, August the 31st, the final day of Black August was declared an international holiday for all African people throughout the entire world. And so this is a day that we celebrate being African. This is the day we celebrate being proud to be African, as this day was set aside by the Garveyites of all.
It's the same fucking play, different date. It's the same play, different date. He pulls on your African heartstrings. Oh, on the day of 1936, Marcus Garvey did this. Oh, they shut down the Cash App on Marcus Garvey's birthday. It's the same shit, different date. And they fall for it every goddamn time. Every single time. They fall for it. It's the same shit, different date. Ain't equal. You gotta take that down, because I keep forgetting you that you my sister on this motherfucker. You take that down. You ain't gonna have Rock cussing me out, because I keep forgetting you my sister seeing this shit. You need to take this down. Just like when I seen Trip C's with them thick old bitties up there, I forgot she was my sister for a second. Take that down, goddammit. It's too sexy. You ain't gonna have Rock cussing me out. I respect him too much.
August of 1920 as an international holiday. Mm-hmm. Now, with that being said, I want to briefly, Baba, give you a summary of the war. I'm going to call it a war because I believe the city government of Wilmington and the Negro bureaucracy has declared war on the Frederick Douglass and Marcus Garvey Academy. I absolutely believe that. Let me give you a quick timeline. In October of 2024, I emailed the Secretary for Vacant Property for the city of Wilmington, Delaware. I was requesting a waiver because in the city of Wilmington, if you are a 501 nonprofit organization, you can get a one-time 4-year waiver, so you don't have to pay the vacant property registration fee, which is $5,000 per year. So I requested a waiver on October the 14th of 2024.
That's a lie right there. They kept calling him to fill out the waiver, and he never did it. They got times and dates where they called this nigga trying to get him to fill out that waiver. This nigga look like Kimbo Slice in this picture, though. I ain't gonna lie. I keep thinking I'm looking at Kimbo Slice.
The Secretary for Vacant Properties responded, and she said, if you get a bill on November the 1st, which is 2 weeks later, October 14th, she says on November the 1st, if you get a bill, you can apply for the waiver, and you need to include the bill number, the bill amount, and any evidence that you are working on this building. Well, Baba, on October 14th, I already asked for the waiver. I already asked for it. So there's no need for me to submit a new one on November the 1st because you have it right here, right now. But because she didn't want to process my waiver, she didn't want to put it through. So she says, you have to do it again, basically, and add the bill number and the amount and any evidence that you're working on the school. Now, to the evidence, Baba, the electricity, the plumbing in the HVAC has already been repaired, inspected, and approved by L&I for more than a year.
Mm-hmm.
So when she...
That's bullshit because the HVAC is still sitting in the junkyard somewhere. That shit's still sitting in the junkyard. Hold on, let me go open this door. Let me go open this door.
He's asking for proof of renovation. The renovations are done, the major ones. We're just dealing with the superficials right now, and the only thing left is the floor. We got to retile the floor, Baba. That's it. So if I already sent you an application for a waiver, why did you not process it? Why did you tell me I got to resubmit it again on November the 1st with the bill number in the amount? You already know the bill number because the bill comes from you.
Mm-hmm.
You already know the amount. The amount comes from you. So basically, Baba, she didn't want to process our waiver. And because she didn't want to process our waiver, she said it had to be resubmitted once I get a bill in the mail with the bill number and the bill amount, as opposed to just processing the waiver and adding the bill number and the bill amount to it. Keep in mind, Baba, all city offices are in the same building.
Mm-hmm.
All of them. So if she needed to get something from finance, she could go downstairs or just pick up the phone. So this is what you call being difficult. So anyway, let's continue. That's October. On March the 7th, I get a letter saying that we may sell your property. We may go to Superior Court to get a judgment against you and put a sheriff lien and possible sheriff sale against your property if you don't satisfy this amount that you owe us. The amount at the time, Baba, was about $70,000.
Wow.
Let me tell you what it was for. $30,000 was for water. Baba, we don't use no water because nobody is in the school. I want the listeners to understand me. The city of...
Negro. Let me make myself big. And you think that picture made it better? I changed it, bro. You think that one made it better? All right. Thank you. You really think that one made it better? I wish I could put it up full mass. You think that one made it better? You want to have rocked on gunmen? I'm about to get off Facebook. He gonna be cussing me out. God. He said, I don't know what to do at this point. He was cussing me out. God. I can see it now. Remy, what What you doing up there, man? You got to deal with him. I'm getting off Facebook. That's the only way he can contact me. I'm getting off Facebook. I'm deleting my page right now. I ain't got nothing to do with this. It's like, nah, fucking with you, sis. It's just that I don't want to have all the horn toads in here jumping in the inbox, and then Rock, you looking at me like, that's it. That's all I'm saying. You're beautiful, sis. And everybody in here knows it. But everybody in here don't respect Rock or know Rock the way I do. That's all I'm saying. Yeah, that's better. That's better. That's better. Let the imagination run. There you go. There you go. There you go. He said, let me make myself big. Had to throw my dirt joke in there in the chat. I'm chill. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. There we go, right there. See? That's what I'm saying. You can have Rock cuss me the fuck out.
Wilmington is trying to defunct our school through nonsense fees. I'm going to say it again. The city government of Wilmington, Delaware, and the Negro bureaucracy, and I'm saying the Negro bureaucracy because most of the people who are sabotaging us look just like us.
Oh, my goodness.
I want to be very clear about this. Even though the mayor is Caucasian, he don't really have nothing to do with this. This is all Negro. Now, the L&I commissioner, I believe he's a Latino gentleman.
Do this now sound familiar? Do this not sound familiar? Does this not sound like young Pharaoh? The white man chilling. The white man ain't do nothing to me. It's all the niggas. The white man ain't doing nothing to me. It's the niggas. Don't this sound familiar? Nobody else see what I'm seeing? I hear what I'm hearing? This sounds very familiar. He said the mayor's white. He chilling. It's the Negroes. This don't sound familiar to y'all? This don't sound like young Pharaoh? When he realized that the black community wasn't giving him no more money? This don't sound like the way he was sounding? Cussing people. The white man ain't doing nothing. It's the Negroes. That's what he just said. Let me run it back.
The city government of Wilmington, Delaware, and the Negro bureaucracy. And I'm saying the Negro bureaucracy because most of the people who are sabotaging us look just like us.
Oh, my goodness.
I want to be very clear about this. Even though the mayor is Caucasian, he don't really have nothing to do with this. This is all Negro. Now, the L&I commissioner, I believe he's a Latino gentleman. He's the only...
I would think that the Negroes would be the ones sabotaging you. Because it's the Negroes, the only people that you took money from. See what I'm saying here? Pharaoh did the same shit. Took money from black people. Then when the black people wanted to stop giving the money, start asking where the money is, start calling places up, oh, now it's the Negroes. Well, Mr. Umar, the Negroes are the only people that you only want to take money from. So the Negroes are going to be the one asking questions. The Negroes are going to be the one not the one to send money anymore. Where's Trixie's at? I need her up here. Where the fuck is she at? She probably on the road. What did you say? It's only jokes for me, happily married. Yeah, I know you're joking. I know you're joking. We all know you're joking. Everybody respect everybody marriage in here. It's all fun and games. Just something. He's a broken record, right? It's all funny games. We know everybody's happily married. Everybody in the chat, all happily married. Everybody respects each other's marriage. We all know that. It's just fun and games on the internet. I just be joking. But I don't want Rock cussing me out for equal sexy pictures and shit. You know, I respect their marriage. And I see her like my sister, and Rock is my brother. So it's only right that a brother say something. Damn, my nose is stuck in a motherfucker. She in the shadows. Right. I don't know where Tripsy's at. He says she in the shadows. She probably in the shadows somewhere though. Honestly, the fact that he's a broken record is why I only made my last video 7 minutes. Right. Hey, Mrs. Sweet says, shit, I'm single. This nigga here. He said, don't keep saying Nequa. I'm not. I'm just not trying to get cussed out. Rock sees me as a brother. So it's only right that I, you know, before any of this shit evolves, and I'm stopping something before it evolves into something that we all don't want. That's it. I know Nequa like to put her pretty pictures up, and if you want to see her, then go on her Facebook. You want to see that shit, go on her Facebook. You got a crush on Nequa, go on her Facebook, and you can deal with Rock and then that shit over there. Y'all made a picture. Nah, it ain't ugly avatar. It's Lola Bunny. Look at that. That's pretty. It's Lola Bunny. Talking about Lola had niggas thinking about bestiality. Not me, but I seen a lot of people look at Lola Bunny like, God damn, I fuck the shit out of that bunny, and I'm looking at him like, huh? You realize that's a bunny? I'm looking at these niggas like, nigga, you do realize that's a rabbit, right? Oh yeah, I want to plug one of Joker. Oh yeah, Mrs. Witchy. Yeah, Lola had a lot of niggas looking at it. I'm looking at these niggas like, nigga, do you realize that's a bunny?
The person involved in this who's not black. Everybody else sabotaging us is black. So let's look at this, Baba. 30,000 in water. We get our water bill every month for both schools, because remember, we got two.
Mhm.
Our water bill combined every month is about $3,000. Baba, we don't use no water. We don't use no water. But I'm being told you still have to pay this because of sewage and rain. In other words, when
that's bullshit. Even if it's sewage and rain, that shit ain't gonna be that high. You're living in that bitch. That's why your water bill is up. There's no way that your electricity and water bill is that high unless you're using that shit. And we've seen plenty of videos throughout the year, through every year that you had it, to show that you have been in that building for a certain amount of time. You're living in that bitch. We saw videos where you had stacks of sneakers and clothes in that motherfucker. Why was your book collection in there? You were living in that motherfucker, bro. That's why your water bill's so high. We're not using water. Get the fuck out of here. Get the fuck. You using that as a get high spot. Ain't nobody stupid. Ain't nobody dumb. We all know. Your water bill, sewage and rain ain't gonna make the bill $30,000. But you been in that motherfucker for a certain amount of time, Will.
it rains and the water runs off of our building into the drain, we got to pay for that. So 30,000. So they said you got to satisfy this bill, Baba. This is a letter dated March the 7th. You got to satisfy this bill, or we're going to get a judgment against you in Superior Court, and we're going to do a sheriff lien and sale, right? March 7th. So guess what I do, Bob? We pay off the $30,000 in water that we should not owe because we don't use any water. We pay it off. The whole thing. Boom. That's out. So what do we?
He said, man, Jessica Rabbit was lit. Look, man, Jessica Rabbit wasn't a rabbit. Jessica Rabbit wasn't a rabbit. That's all I'm gonna say. Jessica Rabbit wasn't a rabbit. Lord have mercy, I've seen some animations of her. It's like, hold on. Here we go. Here are my glasses. Hold up. What the fuck I'm looking at? It's like there was so much material, but it's the same shit. And I don't have time in the world just to record, edit, and generate AI Trump and repeat. It takes a long time. Yeah, that's true. That shit does. Then you gotta watch the video after you then edited it. That shit gets annoying. Stretchy with Beastmasters and be serious. That rabbit was wild. Yeah, definitely was. I know exactly what you're talking about. The website was made. The process was good, a lot easier. Yeah, thank you, bro. This is Rock, LOL. I know my wife is beautiful, but I love the. You're right. You're right. Appreciate it. Look, Rock, I'm looking out, bro. I'm trying to stop you from throwing gun emojis up in this motherfucker. For real. Right. 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 I'm trying to look. Dang. Look, I'm trying to stop that nigga from throwing gun emojis up in this motherfucker. Look, I know how people is about their wives, and we ain't gonna have that up in here.
Left with, Baba? We're left with vacant property registration fees, which are $5,000 a year, and we owe them for 3 years.
Right, Rock.
So that's $15,000 for the Frederick Douglass High School. That's $15,000 for the Marcus Garvey Elementary School. So that's $30,000.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, Niqua, my wife waiting. I mean, she, my big mom, she waiting. She waiting for you to come down here.
And then whatever was left after that, Baba, that's just little hit and miss fees. That ain't nothing. So basically, we're dealing with water and vacant property, neither of which we should owe. Why? Because we don't use no water. And as far as vacant property goes, Baba, they should have retroactively applied our 4-year vacant property registration fee. And if they would have retroactively applied it, Baba, we would have owed zero. We would we.
It doesn't matter if they applied it. See, you see how you keep trying to force the blame onto Delaware? I know, y'all been busy, but she waiting. But you see how they keep trying to shift the blame on Delaware? If they would apply such and such and such, the waiver, we would have owed zero. Well, it doesn't escape the fact that you knew that was not applied, right? So the money that was being sent, and you even said it, well, they took my bank account. We're going to fall behind on our bills, even though you knew that you were already behind. That means you were aware that you had to pay that shit. So again, Umar, this is where the dude was talking about. He admitted that he took that money. This is what he meant with the last video I was playing, where he said he took the money, him admitting it accidentally. Right there, he just admitted that he took the money because you were aware. You keep saying that if they would have applied the waiver, we would have owed zero, right? So that means you were aware that they did not apply that waiver. Where did the money go? because you were aware. They didn't put it there. So you were aware that you had to pay the bills. Where did the money go? For the bill. FDMG, family, that money gone. Family, that money gone. You just admitted that you were aware that they did not apply it. You keep trying to shift the blame. They would have put the waiver. We're the old zero. So wait a minute. That means you knew that the waiver didn't go through? So where'd the money go that they were sending you? You dummy. Yo, I'm gonna do an upload to that. I'm gonna do an upload to your video, Mr. Judge. I'm gonna do an upload. I'm gonna do it so that way you get your whole just due. Because your video deserves full attention. So I'm gonna do a personal upload to it. I'm gonna do a reaction to it up as an upload. That way you get your just due. Because I don't want to do it right now or here when the focus is on Umar. Also, strategize. Okay, you're no that same with. Oh yeah, man, that shit is hard. I mean, I commend you for all that. You still doing your thing, Mr. Judge. With all the struggles that you got going on, you still make that video. You still make the videos great. Umar is not very smart. Just to let you know, he definitely stupid. He thinks, yeah, that's what I'm saying. He thinks everybody is stupid. You know what the problem with the average black man that goes to school? They think they're smarter than every other black person. Or some niggas that like to study, that didn't graduate. They just like to study. They think they're smarter, like Pharaoh. They don't got no credentials. Him. Can't prove none of his credentials. His father did say he did 16 years of college. That doesn't line up with having all those degrees. His father said he did, but we still haven't seen it yet. So I don't want to hear that. Fuck the money group. Fuck that money group. FDMG. Fuck that money group. Yeah, you stupid. He said the waiver wouldn't have covered the last 2 years. That's true too. You had it for 6 years. It wouldn't have covered the last 2. You right. He said it would have covered for 4 years. You still have 2 years unaccounted for. If you slice this, if you throw all this shit in the pot, he keeps claiming that he has a waiver and he would have owed 0. But he still would have owed 2 years because he had it for 6. The fact that he knew the waiver didn't go through, shake it all up, pull out an answer. You know what you're going to get? A bullshit. Bullshit. He knew. He knew. There's no way around it. Ain't no way around it. And for some of you, those of you who realize that Brother Marvin Garvey and Brother Frederick Douglass want you to give generously to DMG, and people ask, why come Umar keep talking about this waiver when he knew about it? People ask, where did the money go that we were sending you to pay them bills? Why come Umar taking all these trips? Where the money coming from? Huh. Don't ask. Huh. Don't ask. I say, don't ask. No questions. Just run them donations. Nigga, did you get the PayPal running? Nigga, get the Cash App around that side. Now we will have a selection from our choir. Did y'all see the FDMG records, John? Oh yeah, I'm about to do a video of it. Now we'll have a selection from our choir and drop one of them FDMG record songs.
He just paid the city of Wilmington, Delaware, $70,000 in nonsense fees. Now, it gets worse, Baba. Guess what they decided in 2023? The City Council of Wilmington in 2023 decided to raise the vacant property registration fee. If your building has been vacant for 5 years, they decided in 2023 to raise the vacant property registration fee from $5,000 to $12,000.
Wow.
So what that means, Baba, if we don't get a waiver, and I'm telling y'all right now, if we don't get a waiver, we're going to have to march. There's going to have to be a protest. Because what they're doing to us is unfair and it's unjust. And we'll get to that in a minute. But if we don't get the vacant property registration fee waiver for 2025, and that bill comes out November the 1st, that's $12,000 for the Garvey building. That's $12,000 for the Douglas building. Baba, that's $24,000 more dollars.
Wow.
On top of the 70. Do you know what that means? In 1 year, we would have paid the city of Wilmington government almost $100,000 on nonsense fees, Bob. Nonsense. And I'm calling them nonsense because we shouldn't have to pay them at all as a nonprofit building a school to improve a neighborhood that is impoverished. This is crazy. $30,000 in water. We don't use no water. $30,000 on back vacant property registration. We should have had our waiver. And now y'all jump the price up from $5,000 a year to $12,000 a year going forward, which means we will owe $25,000 at the end of this year for vacant property. That's 70.
Again, the waiver, just like Mr. Judge pointed out, the waiver don't count for 2 of those years. So if you add 2, my nigga, he think the black community is so fucking stupid. It's ridiculous. It is ridiculous. And like what he said, Chapman said, what did we learn about people who quit school midway? And that they tend to prey on the community that push to keep them afloat. Facts. Big facts. That's one of the greatest statements ever said about the black community. Today, let me start at. Half of these niggas didn't finish school or didn't go to school. It ain't even the knowledge, and let me make myself big. I'm sick of hearing this. It's not even the knowledge that you're drawn to. It's the gift of gab. These niggas could have said anything out the blue that you had never heard it before. These niggas could have said anything that you never heard. They made it sound good. And you would have bit. Not the people in my chat. The Umar and all the, and I ain't gonna lie, I got sucked in. I loved Umar and Hidden Colors. I believed in that shit for about 5 seconds. Young Pharaoh. I was like, damn, this young boy is a lot sharper than I was when I was his age. Maybe the next generation is in good hands. I wanted to join the conscious community so bad when I started my YouTube channel. But before I started it, I went to this website called, I forgot what it's called. a YouTube channel, something House TV, and it had Conscious Community Wars. It had a playlist called Conscious Community Wars. I watched every single video. By the time I got done watching that video, I said, fuck that. I want nothing to do with the conscious community. I want nothing to do with it. At first, I didn't even want to join any groups. Ask Osun Yemi. If you see Osun Yemi around here, ask her. She forced me. Well, not forced me, convinced me. And I kept saying, I don't want to join no groups. I don't want to be a part of nothing. I don't want to be with no partners with nobody. I want nothing to do with nothing. I just want to do what I'm doing. That's it. But I'm glad I listened to her because it linked me up with one community who linked me up with Trip C's. And then I linked with Knee Slap. So I'm glad I did. But when I first came in this motherfucker, I want nothing to do with nobody. I watched Knee Slap. I wanted to connect with Knee Slap. Now let me take that back. I wanted to connect with Knee Slap from the beginning. Because I watched him from the very beginning when he first dropped his videos. React was another person that I came on YouTube wanting to link with. Those were the only two. I didn't know who Tripsies was. And I met her. And she cooked me on Argument Lead. It was the channel called Argument Lead. And I was spitting some shit that I knew. She cooked me. I didn't get mad. For some reason, I didn't get mad. And something happened with one community. We had a fallout. And I stuck with Trip C's. I knew he was wrong about what was going on. And I told him, look, man, as your friend, I wouldn't be your friend if I didn't tell you you were wrong, bro. And he got mad at me. And Trip C's took me under her wing. Like, she didn't know me or nothing. She just took me under her wing. And I kept thinking, why? What would she want? Why would she do this? Because she was a truly genuine friend. But what I'm saying is, I wanted to be a part of the conscious community so bad. But when I saw the way these motherfuckers was acting, all of them, I said, hell fucking no. And I'm glad I didn't. So these motherfuckers here, I love Umar in Hidden Colors. I watched Hidden Colors. I still watch Hidden Colors. I listen to it at work. It's great information. Great information. Gift the gab. A lot of it. But what I learned is, fuck the person that's giving the information. Just take the information, and if it works for you, apply it and pass it on. But don't put that person on the pedestal. Your idols can sometimes become your rivals. And your idol, they say never meet your idols. They're all dickheads. I've heard that before too. Still want to meet Meek Mills. I don't care what nobody says. But my point is, these motherfuckers here. You say I didn't like Polite Nature. Well, I never liked them either. Them two people I never liked. I thought Polite spit some game. I ain't gonna lie. Polite was saying some shit. But when you read between the lines and some of the shit that he was saying, and you realize where it was coming from, Dr. York, I was like, oh hell no. When I heard him say, I accept Dr. York as my savior and my God or whatever, I was like, oh trip. Knee Slap was different. Knee Slap came in the game cooking niggas. Yeah, Big Sis was always great. But yeah, she always gave me great advice. I remember she cussed me out one day. I said something to her in the back chat about somebody was spreading rumors about her being married. And I asked her in the back chat. She cussed me the fuck out. all the way out. Well, she didn't do it. She was cussing everybody on the panel out, but it was because of the question I asked. And I jumped off the panel. I was like, oh, hell no, I ain't going to, hell no. I ain't arguing with a woman on the panel. And I still got back up on the panel the next day, and everything was good. But she took me right under her wing. And we've been cool ever since. It's been 3 years running, almost 4. I talked to her outside of YouTube, all that. I talked to Nico outside. I talked to a lot of us outside of YouTube. Yeah, I was a big supporter of the Amazing Atheist when I was a teenager. I'm still atheist, but I realize it's better to be on your own than yeah. I mean, I'm not an atheist. I just don't believe in religion. I believe all of them are one big puzzle. I believe there's a higher power out there. I mean, I can't tell you what to believe, but I believe there's something. It was made too perfect for it not to be somebody that put this into play, in my opinion. You can have your opinion. That doesn't make me feel less of you. You know, you can have, believe what you want to believe. I don't feel less of anybody for believing what they want to believe. Everybody has a right to. But my personal beliefs, I believe there's something had to put this into play. God planted you where you were supposed to be. Right. God planted you where you were supposed to be. You're absolutely right. Information is great, but it seems like black people are the only concerned with the past. Facts! But we're concerned with the past because our past been erased. And we're trying to make sure that everybody knows what we did. But I get what you're saying, Mr. Switchy. Honestly, you're better off. Well, you see, false information is bullshit, but for a million ways, yeah, that does happen. Thank you. Yes, a million. I see you licking your fingers. Yep, I took some. I know you did.
And 25. That's $95,000 we just threw away on nonsense fees.
Was the water being metered?
The water is metered, and when you look at the meter, Baba, because we're not in there, it shows no usage. It shows no usage. But again, I was told when it rains, the water runs off your building into the drain. You have to pay for storm water and sewage.
Wow.
So we don't have no sewage.
How do they measure that?
It doesn't make no sense. You just said they made you pay for sewage because the water runs off the building into the drain. And they make you pay for that. If somebody in the chat knows that that's true, just let me know, yes or no. To me, that sounds like a bunch of bullshit. And even if that was true, it's not enough to yank your bill up that high. I don't think it's enough to yank your bill up that high. That makes no sense.
It's a set. I think it's a set amount. I don't know how they do it. It is a mystery. I still don't understand. It is a mystery. How can you owe that much money for water and y'all don't even use any water?
Wow.
Complete mystery. And then the vacant property registration fee, why y'all raise that up? Why y'all raise that up from $5,000 to $12,000? I'll tell you why they raised it up. Because they trying to gentrify the city. They're trying to take as many properties from black people as they possibly can and give them to Caucasians. That's why. And I want the brothers and sisters in Wilmington, Delaware, if there's any.
Now they try. Wait. First they trying to raise it up because of the sewage. Now they're trying to raise it up and gentrify it. Which one is it?
Movement in that city to fight against gentrification, to stop black people from getting their property stolen, count me in. Count me in. I can't get involved as the head of FDMG, but I can definitely get involved as an activist because what they did to us is wrong. So let me give you the rest of this, Baba, and I'm going to be quick on this.
Take your time.
So we get the letter March the 7th. I automatically contact the secretary for delinquent accounts. I contact the secretary for delinquent accounts. I say, yo, I got this letter. Are y'all about to sheriff sell out school? I said, listen, I'm going to try to get the vacant property registration fee waiver retroactively applied. She said, we haven't moved on this yet. You still got some time. Do what you can. So I call up to the secretary of vacant property, which is an L&I. Vacant property is within L&I. I ask her, I say, is there any?
It doesn't make it. You notice, you know what I notice what this is too? A distraction on what happened with the bank. Notice he's not talking about that bank. So far in this interview, I haven't heard shit about that bank. This is a Batman smoke bomb. Boom. Ninja vanish. This is the true definition of a ninja vanish. Because at the end of the day, he's leading you into other places other than where that money went. When the bills needed to be paid, where that money went. What happened to your bank account? Did they open them again? See, anybody think about that right now because he's talking about some old other shit. Some old big ass conspiracy that got nothing to do with nothing. The Negro society, whatever, is trying to gentrify that poor neighborhood because he got a black school there. So you mean to tell me that all them years them people been living there, not once have they tried to gentrify it. But as soon as you come there and stop paying your bills, they all of a sudden want to gentrify that neighborhood. As soon as you get there. Make that make sense. I might have to do a part 2 on this because it's getting a little late. What time is it? All right, we can go to 11.
Anyway, y'all can make an exception for us and retroactively apply this vacant property registration fee because we just paid $30,000 in water. This is going to be another $30,000 in vacant property registration fee. Our money come from the people. We don't accept government funds.
Wait. Get the fuck out of here. We saw the utility fees. It was $30,000 altogether. When did the $30,000 just become for water? We all saw this shit all throughout the month. We all saw what he owed money on. He owed such and such money on the water bill, such and such money on late fees, such and such money on this, and it equaled out to 30 grand for one building. When did it all become just for water? He's spinning the shit out of this story. And that's why he sat back quiet, because he wanted to listen to what everybody else's theories was and listen to what everybody else had to say and see what everybody else knew. You heard him say, oh, I heard it on this one video where they said I owed this much. I heard another video where he said such and such. You heard him say that in the beginning, right? So he sat back, listened to all these videos, to see what everybody else knew. You know, why would you do that? You ask Remy? Why would he do that? Because he needed a story. So I'm gonna sit back. If I wanted to lie, like if I was him, and I wanted to fix damage control this, I'm gonna sit back and watch the other videos and see what everybody else knows. That way, I can spin it in a way it's misdirected from what everybody else was saying. It lines up with everybody else was saying, but it clears and debunks what everybody else was saying because I'm finding out what everybody else knew. So I need a lie to debunk what everybody else is saying. That's why he sat back so quietly for weeks. He didn't say nothing. He dropped a couple videos, but he didn't talk about what was going on. He did the date with the doctor and then clarified date with the doctor, but he didn't speak on that other stuff because he was sitting back watching to see what everybody else knew. That way I can get my story straight. I'm thinking about if I was him, why else would he sit back and not say nothing? Because he's sitting back. He even said it. I watched this video and he said such and such. I watched that video, another video where he said such and such. Why would you be watching those videos? Because you're trying to get your story straight. So I'm gonna sit back quietly. Let all these videos drop. Let all major videos drop. Not the small people. Maybe some of the small people. Even maybe some of the small people, because people like me got theories. But then I'm gonna sit back and I'm gonna watch these videos. I'm gonna study it. And I'm gonna get my story straight. Bam. And that's exactly what he did, and that's why he called the bull. Right, you're right, Mr. Judge. You said I'm gonna donate a vegan brisket to Dr. Umar. I don't ever say I never gave back. This nigga is stupid. He said I'm gonna donate a vegan brisket. Exactly. That's why no one talks about his movie or Canvas Skin being a distraction too. So you want to ask right? So I'm gonna donate a job application. Legal said I'm gonna donate a job application. That's what you need, nigga. This nigga funny. Nico funny as shit for that one. Somebody take Nico's phone. She lit tonight.
We do not accept funding from outside the community, and this is draining us of money we need for repairs, operations, so
Listen
forth.
what he just said.
From the people. We don't accept government funding. We do not accept funding from outside the community. It comes from the people. We don't accept government funding. We do not accept funding from outside the community. And
he do not accept funding from outside the community. So it's only right that it would be black people that you claim are trying to sabotage you. It would only be black people that you claim are calling the people. Because you don't set it, they have a right to. And even if black people was trying to sabotage you, black people are the people that you got the money from. So of course it's going to be black people trying to stop you from continuously getting the money from us, knowing that you're not going to do anything with it.
This is draining us of money we need for repairs, operations, so forth and so on. She said, send me what you can. Send me some pictures of the school showing that the work has been done. She said, I'm going to see if we can do anything about this. This is what she tells me on the phone, Baba. She doesn't call me back, so I'll call her back. In fact, I was harassing her. I probably called her at least 6 times. I emailed her April the 1st. She did not respond. I emailed her April the 4th. She did not respond. I emailed her April the 7th. She did not respond. I emailed her April the 16th. She did not respond. And after every email, I called her to get an update on the status of the possibility of them retroactively applying our vacant property registration fee 4-year waiver for nonprofits. Are you with me so far?
I'm following it.
Okay. On the phone, Baba, she's telling me she's going to get me an answer, but she's never calling me back, and she doesn't respond to a single email. I want to say something right now, Baba, that is key to this whole story. And I need your listeners to understand this, because the deputy chief of staff for the city of Wilmington responded to a random YouTuber who doesn't even live in Delaware.
A YouTuber.
The deputy chief of staff responded to an inquiry from a random YouTube hater of mine who doesn't even live in the state of Delaware.
But would respond to you.
Yes, he responded to the YouTuber, not to me. And he told her he lied on me. He lied on me. He told the YouTuber that what I had said with regard to how the city was handling us was not true. He also told the YouTuber that between April and August, that the Department of Finance had followed up with me, Baba, on multiple attempts.
Wow.
Multiple attempts from the Finance Department to collect the debt. Baba, listen to me. We received no correspondence from anybody or any department in the city of Wilmington, Delaware. We heard from nobody from that March the 7th letter until the sheriff put that admonition on our door August the 8th. That is 5 months, Bob.
You're lying, nigga. You said they put it on the 5th or on the 5th. You didn't get your story all the way straight. Second of all, first of all, I want to say this. No, second of all, I want to say this. Again, for the umpteenth time, when in your life have you ever heard a bill collector ignore the person that's trying to pay his bills, his or her bills? Just put it in the chat. Don't worry, I'm gonna wait, and I will. Put it in the chat. How many times in your life have you ever? Now I got this on. How many times in your life have you ever heard a bill collector ignore the person that's trying to pay his bills? How many times in your life? Never. That's right. I'm talking to you. I'm talking to you. All right, all right. I'm talking to you. How many times in your life have you ever heard a bill collector ignore the person trying to pay his bills? Put it in the chat. Damn, this one. Damn it. I don't know what. He's such a liar. Bullshit, you don't. In the community or outside. I don't even know how these motherfuckers got my cell phone number. I just changed it. She said, bill collectors call me with no bills. I don't even know how these motherfuckers got my cell phone number. Huh? Motherfuckers call me all the time. How the fuck you get this number? I just changed my cell phone number. It ain't even in my name. Bill collectors called me and said all the weight is going to my shoulders because Umar is going to keep it running, it up. Oh my God, y'all niggas is stupid. How many times in your life have you ever? I need y'all to put it in the chat. How many times in your life have you ever seen a bill collector ignore the person trying to pay their bills? The state, not just any bill collector, the state. This ain't just any bill collector. This is the state we're talking about. How many times have you ever in your motherfucking life seen that? You better be careful here, buddy. Then, secondly, he said they put the shit on the door on August the 8th. You go back to the first video, he said on August the 5th. I know because that's my birthday. I know for a fact. And you go back to my previous videos. And every time he said it, I'd be like, that was my birthday. She said, I'm about to sue him and Marcus Garvey for reparations. Nigga was stupid. Niggas like Umar is the reason why the United States are so deep in debt today. Pitching dreams with no product. Yo, you wild for that, 7. Because that's what the United States known for. Pitching dreams with no product. Selling hopes with no product. Printing money with nothing to back it. Yes, you are absolutely right. Our money ain't backed on shit, but it's worth a lot somehow. I don't get that.
March the 7th to August the 8th. That is 5 months exactly.
If they had responded, they would have had a paper trail.
Nobody. Say that again.
If they had responded, they would have had a paper trail.
Thank you. Show me where y'all responded. Baba, they basically ignored us for 5 months.
They did show. They actually did show you where they, and I know you saw the paperwork because you watched all the channels that showed the paperwork. They responded. They did more than respond. They reached out to you. And then in the letter, they offered you to come down there. Did you go down there still? Have you gone down there yet? That's what we want to know. Have you gone down there yet? I don't think so. I don't think so.
Completely ignored us. We got no follow-up letter or email. We got no follow-up bill or email. We got no follow-up threat or email. We got no 90-day notice, no 60-day notice, no 30-day notice. Nobody said we're going to Superior Court or Sheriff on August the 5th. Nobody, Baba. We heard nothing from the city of Wilmington for 5 straight months, but the deputy chief of staff goes and emails a YouTuber.
My nigga, you said you heard, listen to what you're saying. You heard nothing from them. And now for 5 months, and out of those 5 months, your intelligence, your 6 degrees didn't tell you to take your ass down there yourself in person? Baba, you need your fucking name stripped. Whatever Baba this dude is, strip that nigga name. You need it stripped, my nigga. It needs to be stripped. I know you want the content, whatever. 28 people in the building. Make sure y'all hit that like button. If y'all want to support the channel, hit the Cash App, hit the PayPal at the top of the chat, or go on the long screen at the bottom. Support your boy if you want to. But those 6 degrees didn't tell you that if you really wanted that waiver, you should have went down there. Not one time did it occur in your brain. Let's just play devil's advocate. I'm contacting these people. I need to pay these bills. Keep the school running because I really care about these young black boys. But they're not answering my calls. They're ignoring me. Nothing in your brain with them 6 degrees told you I should go down there in person and see what's going on. Nothing in your brain told you that. Let me make myself big. Let me do a Umar style. You said 5 months they didn't contact you, right? Now, one time did you think about going down there? I said, you said 5 months. They didn't contact you. No, nothing. You didn't think to go down there? One more time. I said, you said 5 months. They did not contact you. You were aware that you needed to pay your bills. You needed to get that waiver. Now, one time did you think to go down there in person. But you wanted to go down there in person to March. Mr. Umar. The fuck out of here, bro. Who are you trying to convince? Me or yourself? Us or yourself? Seems like you're trying to convince yourself of that lie because bullshit. And the dude Baba, take that. You're not a Baba. You're not an elder. Because no elder would have let this shit slide. I don't care what you say. Call me what you want. Don't call me fronts. How the hell? How the hell?
And lies on us, talking about there was multiple follow-up attempts from the finance department regarding the fees. That's a damn.
How is that a lie? They gave names, times, and dates where they contacted you.
Damn lie. There were no follow-up attempts because we heard from nobody. The only thing we got in the mail, Baba, from March the 7th until August the 8th, when the sheriff put that sign on our door, were the water bills.
Wow.
All we got was the automatically generated water bills. Nothing else about a sheriff's sale, nothing else about a lien. Let me tell you what I thought was going on.
Can you hold that and tell us when we come back after this brief break? Because we got to take a break, and when we come back, we're going to talk about more of this. I told people in the post, if you want to hear the truth, the whole truth, nothing but the truth, so help me Africa, tune in today to Dr. Umar Ifatunde Johnson and hear straight from his mouth. Don't believe those naysayers. Don't believe those YouTubers and TikTokers. Just listen to what Dr. Umar Johnson has to say. We'll be right back after this brief break. On the phone line with us from an undisclosed location is Dr. Umar Ifatunde Johnson telling us about the situation going on there in Delaware, the war against black people. I thought that maybe Donald Trump was the only one waging the war against black people, but it seems like a lot of black people are waging the war against black people. I call them anti-black. I don't.
Yo, this dude is not a Baba, bro. He's not a Baba. He needs his entitled. He needs that entire title stripped. Stripped. I don't care what nobody say. You can kiss my ass if you feel different. That's my opinion. I'm keeping it. He's not a Baba. If you believe that shit, what elder can't read between the lines of what he's saying? It was still his response. The dude showed all the times and dates that some people just don't want to know. And I believe the chick that looked like a kid from Kid and Play, the one chick, we just don't want to call a thing a thing. She kept saying that. You don't want to call a thing a thing. A fucking liar, a liar. The dude showed times and dates that he contacted Umar. Umar said it himself. First, he lied about the dates. First, he said we didn't hear from him since April. Now it's March 7th. Moving the goalposts. March 7th till August 8th. How August 8th when they put it on your door on the 5th? Nothing about the bank accounts. So we're going to believe the dude who comes up with a bunch of yik-yakking instead of the dude who actually dropped receipts. Mind-blowing. Mind-blowing. That's fucking mind-blowing. If you're going, the dude is calling himself a fucking Baba. And he believes the dude who's showing absolutely no proof of any of his claims over the dude who actually showed you receipts. And this dude is called Baba. Are you serious? If any, I can call myself Baba. Shit. I might as well call myself Baba. If I can catch that, this old motherfucker can't call himself Baba. Elder. I respect my elders, but when they need to be talking, then I'm talking to them. Fuck that. I don't care what you say. Baba Remy, you goddamn right. I respect my elders, but when they need a talking to, they getting a talking to. Fuck you talking about? You can't read between the lines? Are you serious? Then this nigga told him not only did the dude have receipts, and you believed him over the dude with the receipts, he told you that he couldn't contact him for 5 months. They ignored him for 5 months. Like I said, number one, what bill collector ignores the person trying to pay his bill? Number two, for 5 months, not one time did you think about going down there in person if you really cared about this shit? You're out your fucking mind. Cree FM. Ooh, how you doing? Chocolate? Peace and welcome to the channel. God damn. Eyebrows, eyebrows. Oh, chocolate over there. God damn. Let me stop. Y'all got me sound like Umar in here. But peace and welcome to the channel. Beautiful.
Care what color you might be, you can still be anti-black. And it seems like there are a lot of anti-black people in Wilmington, Delaware. We're going to hear some more from Dr. Umar Ifeatude Johnson.
Now check this out, Bob. One of the reasons I took issue with the deputy chief of staff's email to this random YouTuber is not only did he lie and claim that there were multiple follow-ups with us when we heard from nobody about anything from March the 7th until August the 8th when the sheriff put that.
He said, I'm an elder of sorts, but titles and classes never moved me. Bruce Lee said, I don't like belts. Belts only support one's ego, not their skill. Fact! Big facts. Not to get political, but hold on, I can't see. Not to get political, that's the world we live in. The first they say they don't call them dressing like women, men. Yeah, that's a fact. You ain't lying, Judge. You ain't lying. You ain't lying. You ain't lying, no. We can call it liars, honestly. Right? This class system is horrible. Oh my God. You ain't never lie. You ain't never lie. God damn. That's crazy, man. He called himself a Bible, bro. I'm still trying to wrap my mind around that. It's ridiculous. These titles got to go. This nigga look like Kimbo Slice. I don't know about y'all. He look like Kimbo Slice in this picture. Hold on. Let me show you what I'm talking about. Kimbo Slice. Now look. Tell me this nigga don't look the same. Hold on. Let me put it up full mask. Let me put it up full mask. Let me put it up full mask. Y'all see it full mask? Now watch this. Tell me this nigga don't look like Kimbo Slice. Tell me Umar don't look like Kimbo Slice in this picture. Now watch me flip back. Watch me flip back. Tell me he don't look like Kimbo Slice in that picture. He said fried. He said pizza slice, jumbo slice, Kimbo thrice. Stupid. He called him pizza slice. Oh man. Oh man, I need to go to bed. Y'all niggas is tripping. What time is it? I need to go to bed. Y'all niggas is tripping. All right, we got a little bit more time. Y'all niggas is tripping. He called him pizza slice. Cheesesteak slice. Breadstick slice.
Sign on our door. But this is also a pattern with the city of Wilmington with regard to the FDMG Academy, Bob. They give out our information to anybody who calls.
Wow.
There's no privacy. There's no confidentiality. There's no discretion. Anybody who calls that city with questions about the school, they will tell them all of our business. This is how most of the haters have gotten the school's information because they voluntarily.
Wait a minute. Hold on. Pause. Hold the boat. Now we got to go back. Now we got to go back. Now we got to go back. Umar says the school is up for option. Umar Johnson said the school is up for auction. Hold on. Because now we got to go back. Because didn't he tell the people to call him? Did he tell the people to call up there? Hold on. We got to go back to that video. Can anybody put it in the chat? Anybody that can find that video of Umar saying that they didn't call him, the first one, where he's sitting in the car. Now, he's complaining in this video. He's complaining that the folks told anybody any information. There's no confidentiality. They tell anybody any information. Did he or did he not tell people to call up there and see what's going on? Look, anybody that can find that video, please put it in the chat ASAP. I'm gonna look for it now. But if you can find it faster than me, please put it in the chat ASAP. Umar Johnson says his school is being taken. Oh, they keep on Lamar Johnson. Hold on. They keep saying Lamar Johnson. That's why. Where's this at? Where is this at? Where is it at? There it is. Here it is. Here it is. Hold on. Here it is. He told them to call up to the school. He said, why he just go there? We talk. Yeah, right. Right. Hold on. Here it is. He told people to go up to the call the district this person. Call the district that person. That AI. Ooh, she look good.
Receive them.
On August the 5th, the city of Wilmington, Delaware, took out a lien to auction off the campus we bought, the campus we've been working on for 6.5 years. That if we don't pay the past due.
Now, what did he just tell y'all? Now, what did he just tell y'all? They did this. In this video, last video, what date did he just tell y'all that they did that shit? August the 8th.
There are no classrooms ready to receive them.
On August the 5th, the city of Wilmington, Delaware, took out a lien to auction off the campus we bought, the campus we've been working on for 6.5 years. That if we don't pay the past due vacant property registration fees and outstanding utilities by the 25th of Black August, they will sell our campus.
Another piece of the puzzle is the pattern of personal disrespect that kept surfacing.
Hold on. We need the whole video. We need the whole joint. Hold on. We need that whole video. Because he said, I need y'all to call up there. I need y'all to march. I need y'all to do this. Hold on, let me see if I can. No, that's just Beard Man talking. Up the wait. Hold on.
I was trying to get into my Instagram on the computer. I can get into my Instagram.
I didn't know they would go this far as to ignore us for 4 months and try to sell the school behind our backs. I didn't know they would go this far to ignore us for 4 months and try to sell our schools that we've been working on for 6.5 years behind our backs. So brothers and sisters, this is what we're going to do. We're going to fight like hell to get our money from the bank. We're going to pay off this vacant property registration fee waiver.
By the way, someone just emailed me, and thank you for sending this. I won't say your name because I don't have your.
Oh God, Lenny, God, video play.
Back then, it's making money. This ain't got nothing to do with no. Anyway, Wilmington City Code Chapter 4-27. I'm sorry. Let's get back to the video. I got blown off a little bit.
If we were Asian, we wouldn't have been treated like this.
It ain't got nothing to do with Asian.
If we were Arab, it ain't got nothing to do with Arab. Have been treated like this. If we were Jewish, we wouldn't have.
It ain't got nothing to do with being Jewish.
Been treated like this. But we were treated like this.
You got to pull the race card every single time. It's bullshit.
Because we were black. How dare you?
It ain't got nothing to do with that. And don't say we, because it's you.
You ignore us for 4 months.
Now I know how y'all feel about
put
me.
A sign on our door without even telling us that you're going to sell our properties. Brothers and sisters, why didn't we receive a certified letter? Why didn't we?
I don't believe nothing what you saying, Umar. None of it. They've been telling you for years that you owe this stuff. But you want
to tell you what's public. They can't tell a man business like that just because you're a donor. You're not making a lot of sense, Umar, for somebody that's supposed to.
God, you too.
The city of Wilmington, Delaware.
You gonna sue the city? Huh? Yeah, Erica's like, no, I want
discriminatory treatment.
Yeah,
if you need to reach me, 215-989-9858, text message only. 215-989-9858 text message only. 215-989-9858 text message
Umar,
only.
why don't you call?
This is your brother, Dr. Umar Ifa Tunde, letting you
Hold on. We missed that
know
part.
that
Here you go.
Put her in the back. Or put him in the back. Oh man, all in good fun. All
Here we go.
we not giving up. We need y'all to call the mayor of
Here you
Wilmington,
go.
Delaware.
For what?
We need y'all to call the mayor's chief of staff in Wilmington, Delaware. We need y'all to call
Listen,
the mayor. We need y'all to call the mayor of Wilmington, Delaware.
For what?
We need y'all to call the mayor's chief of staff in Wilmington, Delaware. We need y'all to call the mayor's chief of staff of Wilmington, Delaware. We not giving up. We need y'all to call the mayor of Wilmington, Delaware.
For what?
We need y'all to call the mayor's chief of staff in Wilmington, Delaware. We need y'all.
Now, all of a sudden, when these motherfuckers call him, it's a problem. He told them to call them. He told people to call them. Then as soon as people call them to get the information and start putting it out, this is what we get right here. This is a reply. I shit you not. This is his reply. As soon as they call him and get the information.
Did he lie and claim that there were multiple follow-ups with us when we heard from nobody about anything from March the 7th until August the 8th when the sheriff put that sign on our door? But this is also a pattern with the city of Wilmington with regard to the FDMG Academy, Baba. They give out our information to anybody who calls.
Wow.
There's no privacy. There's no confidentiality. There's no discretion. Anybody who calls that city with questions about the school, they will tell them all of our business. This is how most of the haters have gotten the school's information because they voluntarily.
I quit. I quit. I gotta do a linen on him. Hold on. Let me put my glasses on. I gotta do a linen on him. I gotta do a linen on him. I gotta put a linen on him. I let it do it. Are you fucking serious, bro? You told these motherfuckers to call up there. He literally told them to call them. And then when they called them and got the information and put it out there, it's a pattern. It's a pattern, y'all. They just willingly gave the information. Nigga. Bullshit. This is fucking ridiculous. This nigga literally told them to call. He did it. He told them to call. He told them to call them. If Don't Ask, Don't Tell was a person. Right. This shit is fucking ridiculous. Wow. I've never heard no shit like this in my life.
Share information with people who don't even live in the city of Wilmington. They don't even live in the state of Delaware, and they just...
It don't matter. They donated. So now you gotta live in the state of Delaware and donate? There you go, moving the goalposts. Moving the goalposts. He done moved it out the stadium. That shit in the baseball stadium. The goalpost was in the baseball stadium now. Next, he gonna move it to the soccer stadium.
Share our information. There
Is it public information though?
Say that again.
Is it public information?
Some of it is public, but not all of it is public.
Now, Baba,
and in this case, Baba, he told a blatant lie. He told a blatant lie. He said from April to August, I'm quoting him from the YouTube video that somebody sent me because I didn't even know that he was communicating with a YouTube hater. He said, quote, from April through August, multiple follow-up attempts from the finance department regarding the outstanding fees. Baba, we heard from nobody at all about anything from the city of Wilmington.
You said the same thing about the lady that sent you those contracts for the movie. You can go to her video. We'll let it. He said the same thing. It's always the same shit.
From March the 7th until August the 8th. 5 whole months.
I heard the date, August the 8th. But the other video said it was August the 5th. Other video, he said he been reaching out since April. Now it's March 7th. So August the 8th. Come on, y'all.
Well, would that be defamation? And a lot of people, not a lot, but some people have asked me, what about your legal counsel and advice? What have they been saying?
I'm working on that. And the reason I'm working on that, Baba, is I don't think this is going to stop until we push back. I think they're going to continue to play games with us. I think they're going to continue to be hostile towards us. They're going to continue to be negligent towards us. And they're going to continue to discriminate against us. So let me fast forward. So March the 7th, I get the letter. Excuse me, the letter was mailed March the 7th. I probably got it the last week of March, first week of April. I immediately called the Secretary of Delinquent Accounts. She said, see what L&I has to say. It comes from them, not us. We just carry it out. I talked to the Secretary of Vacant Property. She tells me she's going to give me a call back. She's going to look into this and see what they can do. Now, what they're saying, Baba, is they don't retroactively apply vacant property registration fee waivers, right? I can understand that. But I asked for a one-time exemption. If you can't give it to me, just say that so we can move on.
Right.
I want to make this point very clear, Bob. Because what they're leaving out, because they're saying, well, we don't apply it retroactively. The man asked you if you could do it this one time because they just paid $30,000 in water. And instead of just telling us, no, we're not going to do it. You either have to pay it or get a payment plan. But we're not going to. Baba, she completely ignored me. Like I told you, I emailed her April 1st. She did not respond to my email. I emailed her April 4th. She did not respond to my email. I emailed her April 7th. She did not respond to my email. I emailed her April 16th. She did not respond to my email. I spoke to her on the phone at least a half.
Well, these emails should still be in your email account. You have not shown one email to prove that you sent any of these emails. But the people that you're saying lying have showed times and dates when they sent those emails to you.
Half a dozen times, and each time she said she would get back to me with an answer. And guess what, Baba? That turned into 5 months, no response.
Wow.
5 months, no response. And then the Secretary of Delinquent Accounts, because what I did was I sent the email to the Chief of Staff of the Mayor, not the Deputy Chief of Staff. The man who sent this email to the YouTubers, Baba, he ain't got nothing to do with nothing because I didn't include him in the correspondence. So you speaking about things you know nothing about.
Now the dude that bro, I quit. I'm done. I'm going to bed. I'm done. Nah, nigga. This is some bullshit. Nigga, what? It's the same man you told everybody to call. Now he ain't got nothing to do with it. Now he wasn't a part of the correspondence. Let's listen a little bit more. Let's listen a little bit more. Now he ain't got nothing to do with it. The dude that we literally just heard you on video tell everybody to call. The dude who's in charge of all that shit. He ain't got nothing to do with it. Nothing? Are you fucking serious?
And you are being untruthful and dishonest and blatantly lying in what you are saying.
Mm-hmm.
So he wasn't even in the email trail. It was the deputy chief of staff. It was the commissioner for L&I. It was the secretary for delinquent accounts and the secretary for vacant properties. So I emailed them and I asked 3 questions, Baba. And guess what? Nobody has answered the questions yet.
Wow.
They answered everything but my question. These are the 3 questions. Why didn't the secretary of vacant...
You mean like you're doing to us right now? Where we asked you where the money went? Because you wasn't paying the bills. Where the money go? Why didn't you take your black ass down there to get the waiver in the first place? Number 3, why didn't you take your black ass down there for the 5 months you claimed that they were ignoring you? You want to take everybody down there to march, but you couldn't take your ass down there to pay the bill. Again, let me make myself big. I cannot stress this enough. When have you ever seen a bill collector, let alone the state, ignore somebody that got to pay their bills? The state, not just any bill collector, the state. It wasn't just the phone bill. It wasn't just the electric. It was the state. When have you ever seen the state? That's IRS level. Ignore somebody that's supposed to be paying their bills. Then why didn't you take your black ass down there? If you claim they were ignoring you, why did you not go down there? And where did the money go? And how did you just suddenly pay? You notice he suddenly paid the bills off, but nothing about the bank account. Not one word about that bank account. Not one word. This is fucking ridiculous. Anybody believe this, they gotta be fucking stupid. Anybody believes this, they gotta be dumb.
vacant properties respond to my constant emails and constant phone calls seeking clarity, Baba.
They never
seeking
answered.
clarity.
Mm-hmm.
And I got none. I asked why. Were we not?
My nigga, it should not have been constant phone calls. It should have been constant visits. And on that note, this is where I'm gonna stop this at, y'all. I gotta go to bed for work. I gotta be up at 6 in the morning. What else needs to be said? I don't know what else needs to be said. Like, you can listen to the rest of the joint if you want, but he's saying the same shit over and over. That makes no sense. No accountability, no responsibility, no nothing. It's just him trying to pin the whole thing on the state, making it a conspiracy, making it seem like, oh, these black Negroes are hating on me, and the struggle streamers are hating on me, trying to do blah blah. Come on, bro. How long do you think that's gonna work? the fuck out of here. I'm out of here, y'all. It's been cool. I'm gonna be back tomorrow night. We're streaming every night all week. I'm gonna have Malik Muhammad. I fuck around and get him here tomorrow night. I fuck around and get him here tomorrow night. So look out for that. Shout out to y'all. Shout out to chat. Shout out to everybody that stopped by, even the newcomers. Like I say every time, it's y'all who make these lives lit. It's your boy, the one and only Rim Rum TV. I'll see y'all when I see y'all. Until then, you better be careful, there, little buddy.